Maybe. Mm. Oh, I can hear myself. Why can't I hear myself? There, that's why. Be right back.
Here we go. Oh, I forgot you could see me vape. It's it's cherry flavored. I'm trying to be good.
Cherry.
I'll try not to vape so much on camera since, but no promises. I'm a bit of a nicotine addict. Do I recommend you vape? No. This is my disclaimer.
This is the disclaimer.
This is the disclaimer. Exactly. It's the disclaimer. Like, don't ruin your lungs. I'll ruin mine. But just don't do it yourselves, please. I'm a grown woman. I make the decision to do that, but I recommend you don't.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all.
No, you're all good. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Somebody said something about coffee, and I
Yeah.
immediately ran to go
Yeah,
make
no,
some.
it's okay. I got some coffee. You need your coffee. This is so early in the morning. For me
Missed
anyway.
it. Hold on, I'm gonna deafen for this one.
That's okay. Right, I gotta pull up this outline.
Yeah, I got the outline like put up on like one corner of my
Yeah.
screen.
Got it on my phone here. There we go.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Candy all day, every day. We love candy. Candy's good.
I love candy.
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 Uh, is there is there a candy gaming senior?
Ooh,
Hmm.
I don't know.
All right. I'm sorry. So I have a chat bot that reads the chat to me because ADHD is real and I hyperfocus when I play games.
Yeah.
But when people write monologues, it's a lot.
But this is great. This is great. I'm enjoying the story time right now.
Start that.
um, all right. I feel
Yeah.
like we should probably get to talking about gaming.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? You know what?
Let's get
So,
into it.
well, speaking of feminism, I say so. I'm from Chicago, and a
Mm,
common word that we say is "guys." You guys. I think everybody
mm,
does it. I am
mm.
trying to break my own internalized misogyny and stop saying it. So if you guys hear me say, "See, I just did it," I'm trying to say "y'all" or
Mm.
"everyone"
Yeah.
instead to be more inclusive, and it's so hard. It's ingrained in my 43-year-old brain. So if
Yeah.
y'all hear me call you guys,
I
yell at
usually
me,
go with
okay?
like folks. Like, folks.
Folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like old timey, like
Yeah,
I'm
like
in my
Looney
inner
Tunes.
like
And it goes, that's all,
50-year-old.
folks.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Folks.
Yeah.
I like y'all. I'm from the South. I live in the South now. So y'all
Oh,
means all. You know what I mean?
no.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So should we introduce ourselves? What do you think?
Yeah. We gotta let
Whoever wants to
everybody
go
know who we are.
first.
I think the nun has to go first, though.
I
Yeah.
can go first.
Address
It's
the nun in the
only
room.
it's only fair.
Everybody,
And just
my
for
name
everyone watching, sorry, we're being introduced to each other for the first time right now. Like we literally met 30 minutes ago or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know like
So
30 minutes ago exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
excited about I'm excited about these introductions too. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
you're fine. Hello, everybody. My name is Brielle. I am a nun serving the Church of Bread. Our mission is to spread the good word of the loaf to as many people as we can. I am a variety streamer on Twitch with a focus on RPG Maker style games, such as Little Goody Two Shoes, Pocket Mirror, and Mad Father, all of that stuff. And as well as playing RPG, a regular RPG and adventure style games like Deltarune, Undertale, and Cult of the Lamb. We have a good time. We get a bit silly. Try not to cause too much arson in the church's kitchen. But yeah, we like bread.
Slay.
That was so good. I need to take notes
That
from you
was.
on your spiel
Yeah,
because
yeah.
mine is so
Can
awkward. It's
you
so
go?
awkward.
Thank you for the raid, Candy. W raid.
Hi, Queen. Queen said yes. Women in power.
Yes.
Yes, everything women.
Yeah.
Queen, I love you so much.
women's
Thank you for
one.
popping in. I guess I can go. My name's Boogie. I am a unicorn. And I don't I awkward. You see what I mean? I
You're
stream
doing
pretty much.
amazing.
I stream pretty much every single day. I play a game called Predecessor. I'm in the Predecessor Creators Guild. Um, it's a MOBA, and I used to be a variety streamer, but I'm in love with this game, so I can't, can't stop playing it. It's a MOBA, so if you're all familiar with that, like Smite or League of Legends, and it's free to play, so y'all should check it out. Um, and we also have a lot of talks about politics and mental health and all the good things in my chat. I like deep conversations, so if you like that sort of thing, come talk to me. Come over and see
I'll
us.
be there. I'll be there.
And we're really welcoming and loving and neurospicy, very neurospicy. So hopefully you get to come say hi sometime. Hi, Wolfie. Okay, thank you.
Erin, do you want to go? I can go last.
Yeah, sure, I'll go. I'm Erin. I am an absolute variety streamer. I will stream anything and everything my chat tells me to. My most common games are a variety of things even. I play shooters like Fortnite and Valorant, but I'm terrible at them. I play cozy games, I play horror games, I play pretty much everything. I'm a member of the Twitch Women's Guild, the Twitch Pride Guild, and the Twitch Creator Clubs for Roblox, which is always chaos. My chat is also chaos. Everybody is super friendly and super nice, but there's always chaos. And my spiel is also super awkward because I am not good at talking.
Yet you're a streamer.
Yep. Yep.
You're better at talking than you know. I think you gotta give yourself some credit, okay, lady?
Yeah, my bio on my Twitch is part-time streamer, full-time yapper, because I just yap about anything and everything. Like, I never stop talking. I'm just not good at talking. Exactly.
That's fair. Okay. So hi everybody. My name is Shy Carolina. You can literally just call me Shy. You don't have to go by the full Twitch gubby. Like Shy is fine. I know a lot of people think it's like pronounced Shay, but think like Cheyenne, Wyoming. This is what I try to tell people. Shy. But I'm a Plains Cree Indigenous Canadian woman. I'm situated on Treaty 6 territory in Saskatchewan, Canada. I started streaming in 2024, and I've been super lucky to grow the little community that I have. They're so awesome. You might see them. They were told to behave today, so if they are bad in chat, I do apologize. But they were warned. They were warned. But yeah, no, it's been a really awesome past 2 years, just meeting so many awesome people. And I'm super excited to do this little panel thing today. I guess I should mention that like my content is mainly gaming related, but I do sprinkle in some like IRL lifestyle beauty content here and there, but I'm mainly a gamer. You know, I turn that stream on, I play some games. I like a lot of horror games, shooters. I play a ton of Overwatch. I know, in Dead by Daylight, and then another game is Warframe. Those are kind of like my main three that I switch between. So if that interests you, I'm your girl. You can come by for a bit of cozy chaos, you know, up to you.
Yay! Look, do we need an applause? We need an applause for everyone.
Yay.
Applause for everyone.
That was so good. Hercules, Hercules. So I guess to start it off, I just want to know like what gaming means to all of y'all. I know for me, it's a way for me to gain community. And get dopamine. Obviously, dopamine's important. But also at the same time, stimulate, like, MOBAs are really hard. And my brain works a lot. It does a lot of thinking. So letting it think on something like a video game is just so beautiful for me. But community is the biggest thing. Just meeting really cool people. Like, friends that I've had for 10 years playing video games. Just wild, you know?
Yeah.
That I've never met, probably will never meet, but we have such a bond and a connection. So that's the most important thing for me.
Yeah. I think gaming for me is finding other people that have a shared interest as you. Because, like, I think one of the first games that I started playing was Cult of the Lamb on Twitch. But just seeing how many people, like, really like that game or other games and just finding people that have similar interests with you. Because, like, getting to know other people is really important, like community, like you said, Boogie. But also, it's like a fun pastime. It's something fun that I can do, that I can come home from work. Maybe you have a stressful day at work. Something you can do to just kind of relax and let go and just have fun. Just kind of let the stress of the day melt away and just have fun playing games and just kind of relax for the day, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I love gaming because of the community aspects of it. Like, obviously, there are single player games, but even putting those single player games on Twitch, you establish community with people who either enjoy your content or enjoy the game or both. And with multiplayer games, you meet people that you never would have met otherwise and get to develop connections with them. And that's always just been a fascinating part of the gaming world for me, because without those multiplayer games, you never would have met that person in any other context. And they often become some of your closest friends.
Yeah, no, I basically, I was gonna say the exact same things that you guys did. It's like a community thing. Like, when I first started gaming, I used to only play solo games because I was nervous of people online. But ever since I started playing, like, Overwatch was one of the first games I really started streaming, and meeting all of these, like, awesome people, like, most of my friends and my now mods, like, I met them through Overwatch games, competitive games, you know? I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely all about community for me as well. Just meeting people from all walks of life, like, again, that you wouldn't normally meet otherwise, you know? The internet's just a wonderful thing sometimes.
Sometimes, right?
Sometimes I have to put sometimes in there. We'll get into that after, though.
I know. That's like a whole other topic.
Yeah.
So, I guess since we all like community, how many of us have like a good group of women that we play with? I'm lucky enough to have. I actually have a command in my chat that sings "That's my girl." You know, when they come in, sometimes I haven't done it in a while, but I do have a wonderful group of women who play with me, of all walks of life. So I'm pretty lucky in that.
Yeah, I'd say I am too. Like, majority of my mods are like, they're women identifying people, you know? So I love them all. Like, I'd say majority of the people I play with are women, just because, I mean, like, you're gonna feel more comfortable in, like, the groups that you can relate to, and I feel like, you know, women. I just love women. I definitely have some guy friends too, but women.
I can't say the majority of the people that I play with are women, but a good portion of them are. We're getting there. They'll take over eventually. We'll take over.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying too. Like, soon it'll all be women.
Queen says yes. Queen's one of my girls.
Yeah.
The majority of people that I play with at the moment are men, but that's part of why I joined the Twitch Women's Guild and have started joining events and things to get more connections with women on Twitch so that I can play with more women overall.
I think
Not
for
fair.
me, it's kind of split. Like, I have quite a few, like, good friends, but I wouldn't say more men or more women. I'd say it's, like, an equal number of both. Definitely am not opposed to, like, making more friends with both men and women, but just having that, like, core group of, like, girls that you can, like, go to. Like, I still, like, even outside of, like Twitch streaming and all that, like, my core group of friends is, like, my college friends, and there was, like, 7 of us. So it's always good just being in touch with those people, and just every now and then, you want to pop on a game? Yeah, we'll play some games, have some fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
So women in power. I've been like thinking about what that means to me. And for me, like especially in gaming, I think it's showing the non-toxic side, but also matching men like or horrible people's energy with their energy at the same time. Being strong in that sense, where you, but also showing what a good, strong, powerful woman can be, you know? I think that's it's really important.
Yeah. So I think like sometimes in gaming, like in a sense, women can be kind of underestimated in gaming. Because like you hop on a game, like maybe you're playing like Overwatch, maybe you're playing Fortnite, maybe you're playing like an online game, and you just have like that one negative person that you get matched up with. And it just kind of makes the experience not so fun for you if this other person's just going to be super negative about the whole thing. Like, oh, why did I get paired up with you? Like, you're not even going to be good at the game. It's like, you shouldn't count someone out just because they identify as being a girl. Like, just because I am a woman doesn't make me any less of a gamer than, let's say, you would be. Like, we all have an equal chance of being good at games. Just because I'm a woman and you may not be, it doesn't make me any less of a gamer than you would.
Right. How many times have we all heard this? Go make me a sandwich. Or get in the kitchen. I actually, as soon as men get sexist now with me in any way, I'm talking even if they raise their voice slightly to imitate me, I go, bitch, go make me a sandwich.
I know I'm not like helping it at all, but when they say that to me, I tell them to pick up a wrench and go change my tire. Like, go to the garage. Go.
Yeah, for me, women in gaming, and especially women in power in gaming, is being able to, in some ways, deal with, but in some ways counter the inherent misogyny that you're going to get no matter what. Because if you're not playing well, they're going to blame it on the fact that you're a woman and not the fact that you're just having a bad game. But if you are playing well, you're an anomaly that should be praised, and they often get sexist with how they praise you for it. So every time you load into a game as a woman, you kind of have to mentally prepare for what you're going to get from other people and have to just kind of look past that and prepare to match their energy if they're going to be weird. But you have to prepare for that and handle that in a way that men don't have to.
Yeah, no, 100%. For me, mainly, like, women in power is just, like, making sure that women have a space in the gaming industry in general. Because, again, like, everyone kind of said, we're all, like, overlooked majority of the time. Like, you know, people, again, underestimate us. So it's just making sure that we have a space, showing them that we are here, you know, we exist, and, like, you know, like, it's not just for men. And that's like a super, you know, giant misconception, is that, oh, gaming's like a boy thing. Like, no, it's not. It's for everybody. Anybody can enjoy video games. So it's just making sure that we have a space in like the competitive scene, you know, streaming, just video game, etc. Like, just making sure that we are there.
Speaking of everybody having a space, I think probably Shy would be the best person to talk about intersectionality too. Like the difference between, I mean, I can talk about it too because I'm disabled, I have a disability. I'm ADHD. But you know, there's different levels. So anybody who doesn't know what intersectionality means, it's just the different levels of how Shy, help me explain this. The different levels of being existence.
Yeah,
So
I would say as well, like, there's different struggles based on like what groups you identify as. So like, again, women are always kind of like, you know, put below like men, it seems like, in gaming and stuff. But if you're like Black, Latina, like Indigenous woman as well, like, that's like, you know, you'll have a different experience as opposed to somebody who is not, you know, a person of color. You know, you might have different struggles because, you know, same with like disabilities as well. Like, people can just, you know, just be ignorant, be mean. So it's different struggles,
bias,
you know.
and bias.
Yeah, exactly.
Biased without even knowing their biases. That's the other part too.
Yeah.
It's not anybody. It's sometimes it's not even their fault. It's just the way that they were raised. It's the way the world is.
Yeah.
You're a product of your environment.
Yeah, outside influences can be a big factor on your upbringing.
That's why these conversations are so important, because maybe one person. I actually was Ubering. Yes, I Uber to you on the side. I was Ubering yesterday, and this guy came in the car, and he asked if I drove late, and I said I do now because there's a woman-only rider option, and I feel much safer. And he said, oh gosh, I never even had to think about that. And he told me about how his friend goes running, she's a woman, and won't go at night. And he was like, that's so uncomfortable. It's so much cooler at night. She's like, yeah, but I'm scared. And he never had to think about that. So I said, yes, you guys are the apex predators. And that really struck with him. He actually, as he got out of the car, he was like, I never thought of it that way. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're difficult conversations. They're not always easy, but I think they're super important to have. And I'm so glad we're here.
Yeah.
100%.
Hmm.
It's good to shed some light on like issues that other like minority groups kind of go through. So
Yeah.
I agree.
And everyone's experience is different. You
Mhm.
know?
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that there aren't systemic issues that we
yeah.
can learn from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think, does everybody else have the little thing up? I think I'm done with my little segment.
So speaking about gaming, what about our first ever experience with gaming? You know, like the first game console you picked up as a kid. I remember back when I was a wee little piece of bread. I remember playing on I had a PlayStation 1 growing up. And I remember just playing Frogger for the first time on PlayStation 1. I'm like, this is so cool! And then, like, even growing up and, like, getting, like, different gaming consoles. Like, you have, like, your Nintendo DS, you have the Game Boy, you have the PlayStation 2, 3, Xbox 360. There's so many gaming consoles. Like, I feel like with each new console that comes out, and there's just so many new games for you to go and explore, and there's just, the gaming world is just so vast. It's just so fun, and just seeing what's all out there, and like, oh, maybe I'll like this game. Maybe I'll like this game. Like, I know right now, like, everyone's kind of obsessed with the Pokopia game that came out. Like, just goes to show, like, just how cool some of these games can be.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm 43. So my first experience was a long time ago. I played on the first Nintendo that ever came out. The probably the first memory I have of actually gaming is Duck Hunt with the little gun and pressing it up to the screen because I couldn't do it from too far away because I was too little. Totally cheating. But my like core memory with gaming was my dad luckily was a nerd, and he worked for the University of Chicago in their networking department, and he would take us to work with him really late at night when the network went down, and to shut us up, he would LAN party us into games. And this was 97, maybe earlier than that, 94. We played Doom, and I was like 11. I don't know if y'all know what Doom is. It's not a game for an 11-year-old. But we chatted with each other from different rooms, and it was just so cool. It was the coolest thing ever. And I guess that's my start to online gaming and streaming. No, it's not a game for 11-year-olds, KYD.
My first memory of anything gaming related is watching my older brother play games. He was super into games from the Super Nintendo to playing games like Metal Gear Solid growing up. But my first memory of playing games myself was Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo, which I still have that Super Nintendo in my room with Super Mario World in it.
Oh, I love that.
I'd say my first experience with gaming was probably on like the Wii, because I was like 6, I think, when the Wii came out, or 5, something like that. So my first like games were like Just Dance. I loved Just Dance. Like that was my shit. That was my shit. And then I ended up getting like a Nintendo DS, like a 3DS or whatever eventually. And so I was really into like all the Mario games. Like that's all I really did as I went through like Super Mario World. And also as a kid too, my cousins, we weren't like, I don't know. I feel like my parents as a kid kind of really reinforced those stereotypes, kind of tying back into that, where like, oh, like gaming's like a boy thing. So all of my like cousins, they got like Xboxes and stuff, and so I didn't have any of that. I got the Nintendo DS, you know? But I would play with my cousins, and I'd say like my first game that got me like really into like gaming would be Left 4 Dead 2. It was the best. Like I loved it so much. I still play it to this day every once in a while. Like it's definitely like one of my all-time favorites, but yeah, so
we can
after I
play.
played that, yes, do it, just do it. I look for any excuse to play Left 4 Dead 2, any excuse.
I can't play scary games alone anymore, so yes, let's do it together.
I love
Fight the zombies.
Yeah.
Now,
You girls rock. Well, we are some grown ass women, just so you are aware.
yeah, so with playing games, like, we are all women. We are all identify as women. And even playing games, like, I don't know, there's some games that, like, you can kind of, like, connect with. Because, like, oh, maybe there's, like, a female protagonist. Maybe there's, like, a character that, like, you really align yourself with in games. So, I don't know, there's, like, just, like, different things out there that kind of draw you into a game. Like, because, like, some games, for example, like, I grew up, I like playing Nintendogs on the DS, because maybe there's just some games that, like, draw you in, or, like, I wouldn't necessarily say are geared toward a specific gender, per se, but, like, there's just games out there that you find fun and enjoyable that, like, someone else, maybe someone of the opposite gender than you, may find fun and enjoyable. Like, as a child, I liked playing Mortal Kombat 2. Definitely doesn't seem like a game that a small child and or a girl would be playing. Like, there's no rules that say, okay, this is just a guy's game or this is just a girl's game. Like, no, games are for everybody. There shouldn't be, like, any weird stigma or, like, no, you're a girl, you can't play that game. Like, why not? It's a game. Why shouldn't we all be able to play it?
No, my boy cousins hated playing Mortal Kombat with me because I would button mash, but I was like 8, so. It's the most effective method. Exactly. I was kicking their ass and they hated it.
Like, you're just jealous that I'm winning and you're not.
Exactly. And I don't need to memorize all the combos, so.
Get there somehow. Just button mash, I push the right button, and boom, it works.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, being women don't always get the best rep when it comes to playing games online in a larger setting. Has anyone had any experience with getting, like, harassment or being underestimated in a game, and would be willing to share an experience that you might have had?
Well, since I play Overwatch and, like, Rivals and all of those kind of competitive shooters, I have had my fair share of toxicity from men, unfortunately. It's always like, if I have a bad game or something and then I decide to talk in voice chat to maybe try to help recover, like, you know, I'm just having a bad game. They're like, oh, of course you're a woman. Like, that makes so much sense. And then, you know, when they find out that you stream, they come to your chat. Like, I've had this happen a few times where they come and harass me. They attack me for my looks, tell me that I'm boosted, because there's no way a woman can get to that rank on their own. Which is not true. But that's just been really prevalent. And it's unfortunate, but I've had to, like, grow thick skin because of it. Because, like, you can't change these people's minds. Like, people behind a screen with a keyboard, like, they're the most bold people ever. You know? So it's unfortunate. It shouldn't be that way, but it's just something that I've grown, you know, used to, you know, water off a duck's back, like, just ban them and move on, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
really
not worth your time
remember
and
to ban
energy.
them. Though.
Yeah, it's not worth expending
Hopefully.
your energy on dealing with people that are negative like that. It's better to just ban them, block them, move on, and keep
after
your
I
own
after I
mental
match their energy and cuss them out for a second, 'cause that's how I roll. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It brings me
same,
joy.
same.
It might not
I
bring
got
everyone
mine.
joy. It's not for everyone, but I love it. Okay, it's for
Yeah.
me.
I've
Love a
had
little adrenaline rush.
I've had the same experiences as everybody else, but one that sticks out to me is I was playing Valorant with some of my male friends, and I have a boyfriend who is on Twitch, but he was not in this party. And one of the random people on our team was just being rude to me for no reason. Like, I was playing fine. Like, it was not like dude just had a vendetta against me even before he found out that I was a woman. And he came to my chat afterwards and started talking about how I was an e-girl that was boosted and was relying on my looks to like whip the men in my party into shape. And I was like, I am just friends with them. I have a boyfriend who is not in the party. Like, they are just my friends who are defending me. And it went from you're an e-girl who relies on your looks to you're ugly and these guys are just trying to hit on you, which doesn't even make sense as a defense. This dude just wanted to be right. And it's just a classic example of those men are so full of sexism that they will say whatever they can to try to get under a person's skin. And if it doesn't work, they just start saying completely random things that often counteract what they've already said previously just because they want to anger a person. They thrive on trying to rage bait women, essentially.
I had a person actually, I beat them in a PvP game, and I was streaming, and I had no idea who this person was, and they found my stream, and then proceeded to send me hundreds of invites on PlayStation.
Oh.
Somehow. Wow. And then they figured out who I was playing with and started sending those invites to them as well. It was really, really wild. And all he would say was that I was ugly and I was fat. That's the thing. I'm like, wait, when are they going to tell me I'm fat? Like, give them a second. Like, you sound fat. Like, what?
What?
What does that even mean?
Yeah, that's a common one. That's a common one, yeah.
And then it's like, well, yeah, I'm chubby, but like
what does that have?
What thing that anyone can be? Like, what?
But also, what does that have to do with them? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that was the worst one. I just recently had someone, actually, if Queen is still here, they messaged Queen after the Queen beat them so badly that they messaged Queen after the game, and in the game they found her in the game, messaged her in the game, then found her Discord, then found me on Twitch, then found my Discord. We had to get him banned from not only the game but from the predecessor Discord as well. It was a lot. And the messages he was sending, it was all in Spanish, and I typed it in to get the translation, and it said, it wouldn't even read it to me. It was that bad. It said I should go to. I was confused, right? Not bad. Yeah. Emily says you sound fat. Anyway, it said that I should alert the authorities, basically.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
So it was bad.
And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable.
No, no, that's a very uncomfy situation. Like, no one wants to be in a situation like that. Like, even like myself as like a VTuber, there's a lot that goes around with like parasocial behavior with like viewers and with like people you may hop in a game with. At first, I had one viewer that I didn't think was very, very parasocial. They would just come in, they'd be like, "Hi, how's it going?" They would always like give compliments and everything, and I didn't think much of it. I was just like, "Oh, they're just being friendly." But then it got to the point where it got really creepy, and it was like, something needs to be done about this. And we ended up having to ban them from chat. But it was interesting just seeing how quickly that they turned as soon as I banned them from chat. Like, I was willing to talk with them and everything, just kind of clear up anything. They didn't want to talk. They didn't want to do any of that. And then I go on social media the next day and I see they made a whole post about like how bad I am as a person. I'm like, whoa. What are you talking about? Like, I was willing to work with you. and you're out here basically dragging me through the dirt, even though you were the one. Oh, I love you, Bree. Oh, you're so amazing, Bree. And it's just like, just seeing people's true colors is super interesting.
I can hear that. Yeah, well, human beings are interesting, for sure. We are interesting creatures. Why are we like this? I ask this question very often. Why are we like this? Why do I even? I don't feel like I'm part of that, but I'm still a human, I guess.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's weird how things play out and how the world works and how people's minds work and how they interact with other people. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to, like, how do I see from your perspective what you're saying and doing is okay? It's kind of hard to be in that mindset of somebody else.
It all kind of goes back again too, though, to like people have like they just get like a boost of confidence when they're like anonymous online, you know, so they're super comfortable saying these things, but like, you know, I'd say like at least 7 times out of 10 they probably wouldn't say that to your face, you know, so I feel like it's just a lot more difficult just because it's the internet and there's like, you know, that option to like be anonymous and like they don't
it's
have
like
to face like the consequences of their actions.
Yeah.
Do we have any like pet peeves? Like when a man, when I'm playing a video game, calls me baby, or like that, I like gets underneath my skin. Like that's like I can't stand it. Do y'all have any like?
Yeah,
it's like it might help, and the reason why I'm upset, it might help some people not say these things in the future, you know? So let's get into it. Like the reason why I don't like being called baby is because I'm not a child, obviously. And, you know, like as a man, would you like to be called a child? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
The end,
I mean,
period.
like, I see the pet name thing can be kind of like weird because it's like I have a husband, I am married, so hearing other people like say like pet names or like cute little nicknames of affection is just like, wait,
Yeah,
no,
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
It's like I have a name. I go by many of nickname variations of just my name. You can use any one of them. That's perfect. Don't call me like love or baby. Like please don't. I reserve that for my husband. Thank you kindly.
Valid. Say like a pet peeve of mine is just like the instant flirting from men kind of going into that, like, oh, so are you single? Like, you know, I'll meet like a guy or whatever in like a game and he'll seem really cool, really chill, and then I'll queue up for some more games with them, and then it always, not always, I shouldn't say that, but like sometimes it'll turn into like, oh, so like are you single? And if I say like no, you know, it's automatically like, oh, so you're a hoe kind of thing, you know, like it just goes back to that toxicity. Like I wasn't flirting with you, I was just being friendly. And that's a pet peeve of mine too. It's like you can't be friendly a lot of the time. People take it as flirting, and it's just, that's not what I'm doing. Like I'm just being nice. I'm just being nice. And I feel like that's a struggle that a lot of women go through. Like if a woman's nice, like they automatically think I want you so bad. Yeah. And it's like that's not true. I don't want anything to do with you in that way.
Yeah.
Like
for me, it's the juxtaposition between they're either trying to flirt or if they're being weird, they automatically go to comments about your looks, about how you're ugly, you're fat, you know, whatever. And it's like, I was not flirting with you. I have no interest in you, regardless of what direction you go. So, like, why do I care what you think about my looks or about my body? Like, it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I'm not here for you.
Yeah.
My purpose is not to serve you.
Yeah, like I don't care if you find me attractive or ugly. It's none of your business.
So we've been talking a lot about like more negative things that we've experienced with gaming. What about the more positive side? What about like the positive experiences you've had with gaming, with communities, with more positivity? We need more positivity.
let's bring the mood up.
Bring it up.
I mean, several of my best friends I've met playing video games, and I've never met them in real life. Swayze, I know you're out there. Mystic, I know you're out there. I met a 70-year-old grandma playing, great grandma actually, playing the division, and we've been friends, the division one, mind you. We've been friends for over 10 years now. We helped get her through cancer. She had breast cancer and she like was really low spirits, and we all came together and threw a virtual party for her, and it just helped. Like it was really sweet. So yeah. I've had some really good connections.
Oh,
Aw.
I'm tearing up here.
Hi, Holly.
Hi, Holly.
Holly is super big deal, y'all. She helped put all this together.
Yeah.
Yeah, for, like, you know, within like less than a week, like that's impressive. That's impressive.
Can we get some love for Holly in the chat, yo?
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Risky says the day I met
Yeah.
Boogie, I started to enjoy more Pred as this beautiful community has received me in the best way possible.
Bouncing off of
shout out.
bouncing off of the community point, because I think that's one that we'll all relate to. For me, it also has been finding people that you feel safe gaming with as a woman, whether they're a man, a woman, another marginalized gender. Finding people that you can game with on a consistent basis and become friends with is such a blessing.
100%. Yeah, like I'd say like piggybacking off of that too is like I definitely have had great experiences. I've definitely had more good experiences than negative. It's just unfortunate a lot of the time the negative does, you know, outshine that, unfortunately. But I have been so blessed to meet so many awesome people. I met my friend Dadnificent, if he's in here, Thug, hi. I met him on Overwatch a couple years ago, and yeah, we've known each other, and then I got invited to his wedding, so I watched him get married last month, and I met three of my online friends that I've known for 2 years, and it was just such an awesome experience. And I wouldn't have known these people. I wouldn't have gone to New Jersey for a wedding. Like, I would never have gone to New Jersey in general, because what's in New Jersey? No offense, if you're familiar. I went there for the wedding, and it was such a great experience. And again, I never would have had another, you know, reason to go. So yeah, so I don't know. It's just the awesome community, and I feel so blessed that I've met so many amazing people, and I can't, yeah. Again, the positive outshines the good for me.
Yeah, I've definitely had more positive experiences than negative. Like, I'm happy even just having built a community of people, both men, women, non-gender conforming peoples, that they just love gaming. They just like having a good time, just like hanging out with people, meeting new people. And I think that community aspect is so important. Like, if you have a good community filled with good people, only good can come of it. Like, if you foster a good, wholesome community, and all you are is positive, and you do everything positively, have a good, positive outlook on everything, all that comes from it is positivity. We don't need more negativity in the world. Even just the brightest bit of love and happiness goes so far. You wouldn't think, but it really does.
I'm sorry, my chat's making me cry.
Chat, spread the
They're being
love.
very sweet. They're being very sweet, and I'm very hormonal right now.
Make her cry, chat. Make her cry.
Being nice.
That's all I want to be, is a safe space for people to come and have a good time, and to hear that people like have that experience is really sweet. So thank you all. Okay. Anyway,
Like, all we ever want to be known for is just being good people, being a safe space for people. That's the most important thing. It's just knowing that we're good people, and we foster nothing but love.
unless you're toxic, and then I get spicy. Sorry.
Don't be toxic.
Gotta give it that. Gotta give it that.
I'm gonna match that energy.
Now, with communities, there's also the chance for, with like online gaming, like some people stick to their like single player games, but some people gravitate more towards those online competitive games. So, do you guys have any opinions on like just casual gaming versus just like competitive gaming? Like maybe you're trying to rank up in like Valorant or something like that, or versus just I'm just a couple of games.
I'm super casual. I think life is already really hard, and when I if I play competitively, so if I play ranked, I want to win, and I get really like competitive. I get this competitive, and I don't like that about me, and it's not probably fun to watch either. So I've gotten a lot better the more that I've played, but I mostly play very, very casually, and I play with my community so people can come in and join and have a good time. Solo games for me at this point, I really don't even play them. I love Horizon Zero Dawn, and the newer Horizon. I got the new Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds, I think was the name of it.
Yeah.
I love Aloy is the Horizon Forbidden West. That's the one that I got. Aloy is the main character, and she's a redhead. And I love her. But I can't play it because I'm all by myself, and I don't have anybody to talk to.
I'm definitely more of a casual gamer overall. The only time that I do competitive gaming of any kind is when I can queue with my friends who are far better than me so that they can kind of carry me through it. I do not play competitive games alone because I also get invested in it, but I'm a very mediocre gamer overall. Competitive games are not my forte. Like, I'm kind of bad at shooters. I play them for the love of the game, not because I'm good. So, when it comes to competitive games, I only queue them when I have friends to carry me.
That's fair. I'd say like I'm casual. Um, I don't know actually because I play like a lot of Dead by Daylight, and so that's not really necessarily competitive. I'd say that's kind of like a casualer kind of game. But when I play like my shooters like Overwatch, Rivals, I don't know. I play a lot of comp. I'd say I play competitive casually. You know, I like that's the best way I could put it. I've been trying not to do comp so much because, like Boogie was saying, like I get a little too competitive. I get a little too worked up sometimes, and like yeah. So I've been trying to take a bit of a break from that. Comp Overwatch is just a whole other thing. Oh, but
Yeah, I think for me, I'm not very competitive as a person. I am not great at all of the like more like competitive esque games like Overwatch, Valorant, Dead by Daylight, Valorant. Like I'm not a big fan of those. So I would consider myself more of a casual game. Like I play games. I think it's fun as a hobby. I don't want to be competitive. I just want to have fun. That's my goal. It's just to play games for the fun of it, not because I want to be the best gamer ever. Like, nah, I just play games because I like to have fun. Who doesn't like to have fun?
I think the misogyny raises at least 100% too when you go into competitive games, like very competitive. So if you're not in, so if I, for me, if I'm not in a full group for my team, then I don't want to play because and that like limits what that's pretty sad now that I think about it because it limits what some women will do. I think because they don't want to deal with the toxicity.
I just turn my voice chat off if I do comp. Like I don't care if you have like a call out, ping it. Like I don't communicate in the voice chat. Like it's too much sometimes.
Yeah.
See, but how sad is that we can't communicate with our teams
It is
effectively
sad.
because people
It
are
is sad.
misogynistic.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hearing this out there? Just be aware. This is real life for us.
Be nice. Be nice.
I know we also briefly mentioned playing games solo versus playing games in like a community or like a group setting. I think for me personally, I play a lot of games. Like I do a lot of like solo streams. I have done community streams before, both like with my community and also with just like other VTubers and other streamers. I think though there is like a bit of, I wouldn't say risk, but like when you're streaming with people you don't know, it's like you don't know how your energy is going to mesh well with their energy. Like if maybe you stream a specific kind of way and like you talk a certain way, but then you're streaming with somebody else who like does stuff completely opposite from you, like and maybe your personalities don't mesh really well and you don't want the experience to be bad for like one or both parties. So it's always kind of like skeptical streaming with people you don't know of for the first time, like especially like other VTubers in my instance, just because like if I don't know you as well, like I don't know how am I gonna mesh with you. So sometimes I like to do like offline kind of like vibe check kind of thing, just to see like, hey, will our personalities mesh? Like will we mesh together playing games together? Just kind of like an initial like round of like, okay, getting to know the person before immediately jumping in. It's like, oh wait, you I don't really like what you're saying, like and you don't really know how to handle it because like you're just trying to like keep composure and you're trying to make sure that everything's okay on your side and you're trying not to be like a Debbie Downer kind of thing and just kind of like keep the mood up for streams. But sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it can be kind of rough and a little bit scary streaming with people you don't know for the first time.
Yeah. I find that I'm trying to say, if I can't talk when I want to, I can dissociate from the conversation. So if somebody else is talking a lot, then I find myself, and then I don't talk to my chat, and I'm not completely there. So that's another thing with streaming with other people when you do stream together. Yeah, it's probably really important to do the meet together before you go. Yeah. And I talk a lot, Glow, so I don't know why you stream with me.
I would say like majority of my streams are definitely solo. I do collabs like every once in a while, but again, I have to get to know the person, get to know like their community a bit before I'll like do a collab stream or anything like that. As for like community, like I'll play with people on the game, but I'm really weary about the voice chat until like, you know, I get to know them and their vibe a little more. Just because like I try to have like a safe space. So if I'm playing like Dead by Daylight and I have open spots, I'm like, it's open if you guys want to come and join. And if it's like a friend that I've known a while, then yeah, come in voice chat. But if I don't know them so well, I don't necessarily give that option until I know that they're a good noodle, you know? So
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I give the option to for people to come into voice chat pretty much immediately, and I haven't had any issues, thank goodness. But I'm a chaos agent too, so there's that.
That's fine. That's fine.
We want a safe space, but we also want chaos.
Yeah,
you know, like I don't know.
A little bit of chaos.
That's like that's ADHD and autism, literally my brain.
Yeah.
You said chaos, Corey.
Chaos.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can get into the next segment unless anyone has anything more to add. No?
Good.
Okay.
No, I'm
All
good.
right. So let's talk representation in video games. So, what are your thoughts on the evolution of female characters in the gaming industry?
I
Definitely hasn't come
personally
as far as I'd like it to.
Yeah.
No, you think so? I don't think it's come as far as I'd like
I don't think
to.
it's come as far as I would like it to, but I feel like we have seen an evolution over the time of gaming where female characters have gone from just being like the sexualized sidekick to actually having narratives of their own and of being a main character and of being the point of the story, and sexualization not necessarily being the core point of their story.
Yeah.
But that said, there is still a very long road to go.
Yeah.
I second that.
100%.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, there's not really much else to like say to that because 100%, like it's nice to see that, you know, there has been changes, but definitely not enough for my liking. But well, I'm confident we'll get there soon, and it's conversations like these that kind of like push for the change. So
Mhm.
Make realistic looking
Um,
characters, not a gooner fantasy. And it's
Mhm.
actually refreshing, Choreo says.
yeah, actually
Yeah.
getting into that, what about like common stereotypes that we see in video games that, you know, we're not fans of?
I have seen a lot of stereotypes in games where if a female character isn't hot, people won't want to play her or engage with her plotline. And even an offshoot of that with The Last of Us, when they made the TV show for it, they were complaining that the actress who was casted as the main character wasn't hot enough to be the video game character. The Last of Us main character, Ellie, is a child. You should not be finding
She's a child.
you should not be finding a young teenager hot in any capacity, whether she is pixels or not. But also, she lives in an apocalypse. Like, she's not, even if she were an adult, which she's not, her looks are not the point of the plot. She is living in an apocalypse. She's not gonna have like fake lashes and a push-up bra. Like,
Oh,
She-
she got makeup right now. Like that's
Yeah.
the least of their worries.
yeah,
Yeah.
like she's fighting for her life. That even if she were an adult, how she looks is not a focus of her story in any capacity. But also,
Huh.
that is a child. Why are you worried about what a child looks like, anyways?
Yeah,
Exactly. So weird. Yeah, I'd like it's the hypersexualization definitely
Mhm.
of like female characters. Like because I play Overwatch, I'll probably relate a lot of like my experiences with Overwatch, but it's like going into that, it's like all of the skins, you know what I mean? Like they make all of these like characters super sexualized. Like for instance, Mercy. She's a doctor, you know? She's a doctor. She's out here saving lives. Like we do not need skins of her tatas out. And yeah, Robin exactly. Rivals as well. Like all of the skins on there too. It's all like sexualized like they're like I can't like we're playing as characters like you know they're heroes. Why do we care about how big their boobs are or if they have a big butt or you know what I mean? Like why does that have to be showed off?
Yeah,
So, I don't know.
Valorant character models aren't that sexualized. They're in very standard clothing that you
Yeah.
would expect for
Yeah.
them to wear on a mission.
Yeah.
But I've seen so many people, especially men, be like they should add character skins and make them sexual. And it's like they are fighting for their lives. Why do they no. It's just like the armor plates that they give women in games where it doesn't cover anything and may as well be a bikini top. And it's like, that is not armor.
Yeah.
That is
Those
nothing.
are the-
Where they have high heels on.
Yeah.
Why are we running and fighting in heels?
Why are
Let's
we
be real. Let's be so for real.
why are we fighting for our lives in stilettos and a bikini top that we're calling armor? Like that's not protecting anything.
Exactly.
Okay, so I don't mind the skins as long as the video game developer is an equal opportunity employer. Like Marvel Rivals has dudes in speedos. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's not just
Yeah.
one-sided.
Yeah.
I
If we're-
think I would be okay because I
Yeah.
kind of like the sexy skins myself
Yeah.
as a sexy voluptuous woman myself. You know, I don't mind.
Yeah,
That.
if
But
we're
I
gonna
wanna- I don't wanna
sexualize
see the
skins.
men clothed to their neck. You know
Exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're sexualizing the women, let's also sexualize the men.
Yeah. See, I can
Yeah.
say that. Yeah, I agree with that. Whereas Overwatch, it's like it's not like that. It's all like it's so many like sexualized women skins, and I think we have like a few like okay male skins, but yeah, you can tell who they're catering to.
So if y'all developers are out there, I'm just saying we're 50% of the player base, okay? Let's get 50% more sexy men skins, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And it's like even like the skins are just purely cosmetic. It's not like they even do anything extra for the character in the game. It's like
Well, they make you
unless
play
there are
10% better for sure.
It's a skin diff. It's a skin diff.
but it's not like, oh, less clothes means oh, this character is like 50% times better in this game now. It's like it's not even like the main focal point of the game. The game is to get the objective in like Overwatch per se, defend the point. Like I don't know, it's just sometimes with like some of like the character skins and that, it's just like did you really need to make it look like that? Like, I don't know, just some choices. Like, who said yes to this?
It's the heels for me. I don't mind the skimpy clothes. The heels. Like, how bad our feet hurt, y'all? Like, come on.
This is
I
not
can't anymore
practical for
heels.
fighting. It's not practical battle armor.
Yeah, sorry, Robin. Yeah, Roadhog and a Speedo. Overwatch developers, if you're here, Roadhog and a Speedo. That would do numbers. That would do numbers.
Give me a male
Alright, guys.
character in heels. Yes, I'll buy it. Let's go,
Mhm.
Choreo.
No, literally. More androgynous skins, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are examples of good versus poor representations of women in video games for you guys?
I think like Aaron was saying earlier, like the main woman character is just there for looks. She doesn't have very much of a story backline. I think, if you're playing a game like that has a story to it. And in MOBAs, that's the high heels for me.
I feel like when it comes to story games, if she could be replaced by a sexy cardboard cutout and the narrative wouldn't change, that's terrible representation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
What a good way of putting it. Holy.
Yeah, I
Didn't
don't
you
think I
say you
can top
weren't good at
that.
talking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop it. Why did you lie?
Words are hard.
They are, yeah.
I think like even some of like the older games, I don't know why Tomb Raider was the first thing that popped into my mind with Laura Croft. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
like she's an adventurer, so like obviously her outfit choice is that of an adventurer. But like I feel like some of like the older games, maybe newer games, are also victim to like, oh, what if we dress a character like this? Yeah, people are gonna love it. They're gonna play the game. It's like, but it shouldn't be like the main focal point of the game. You really want the game to be about like the story and the plot of a game. It shouldn't like how one character looks in a game shouldn't be the entire focus of the game. Like pay attention more to the story rather than, oh, this person they're wearing this. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, but what about the whole other plot line of the story? Like what about all that? It's like, no, we gotta look at this one character. But like, but why? You're missing like 95% of the game. They're like, no, this they just focus so solely on the one person. Like, but do you know?
I don't really have anything to add to that. You guys kind of hit the head on the nail. You guys got it. Let's talk a little bit about the impact of representation on players. Any thoughts?
Oh.
Any thoughts?
I think when I first saw Aloy, the strong redheaded character, this is here. This is me as a little baby. Okay. A little ginger baby.
The boogie.
I only ever wanted a redheaded doll. That's all I ever wanted because nobody else looked like me.
Yeah.
And I wanted something to look like me. And when I got that redheaded doll, I carried her everywhere. I still have her. Strawberry Shortcake. She's up there. And so seeing someone who looks like me in a video game, who acts like me, who, like it just makes me want to play it that much more. It makes me want to I want to know everything about it. It makes me want to really get involved.
100%.
And I feel safer playing it,
Exactly. I feel like as an Indigenous woman, there's not a whole lot of representation for my peoples at all, which is unfortunate. The only like representation we get are like caricatures of our culture. Like it's always a chief in a headdress, which people don't realize the history behind it. We won't get too into it, but like you actually have to be a chief to wear a headdress. Like I don't know why people do that, but you can tell they don't really put thought into it. Where like, and then I'm gonna use like Overwatch again as an example again. Sorry guys, but it's the game I play most. there is one indigenous character, and that's Farah. But Blizzard didn't decide until they were going through controversy to say that she was native. And she's half Native American. And I'm like, that's not really the way to do it. It would be nice if they actually researched our culture and put something into the game, and that goes for any game. Like, it's never accurate. Again, it's always caricatures, and even like you said, like as a doll too, there were barely any little, native, brown baby dolls that I could get that looked similar to me without them having like a little headdress on it, or like just like war face paint on, and it's like that's just, so I feel like I would feel a lot more comfortable playing games like to this day, and I'd be more likely to buy it and spend my time on it if my culture was represented correctly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my
Mhm.
piece.
Yeah. I feel like for like my character, since like my VTuber is a nun, I feel like nuns in video games, they can be like, I don't know, they can go a couple different ways. You can like over sexualize the nun character. You can just make them like terrifying and like horror, like the most creepiest thing you can in video games. It's very few games that I've seen where like a nun can just be a nun and look like normal. One game that I said that I really liked, Little Goody Two Shoes. There is a nun character in the game. She is involved in a Yuri lesbian romance, and it's like and she's normal. She looks normal. We love to see nun just looking like a nun. We don't have to see a nun looking super crazy.
Or
But it's just
super
like,
sexualized,
yeah,
like a
it's
Halloween
just like,
character.
There's never
like
in between. It's never just a nun, a normal nun.
yeah, it's just
I
like
don't know
just
any
be
games that actually
regular.
have nuns now that I think about it.
The only games that I can think of that have nuns are horror games where they are the
Yeah,
object of the
exactly.
horror. So yeah.
It's like, give me a regular nun, please. I'd love to see it. It's like when you do get it, it's like, oh, this is wonderful. This is so good.
My mom went to Catholic school and definitely has some horror stories about nuns, but I don't think we need to go into that today. For real though. Terrifying. Should we move to the next segment, y'all think?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can.
So for community toxicity and culture, why do you guys feel that toxicity exists in gaming spaces?
Ooh.
Mm.
Because human beings don't know how to control our emotions. We were never taught how to control our emotions. Our parents had no idea how to control their emotions. And unless you do some sort of, unless you do some sort of inner work on yourself, you're never, that's not going to happen. And most people are in survival mode. They're just getting through the day and they're not thinking about how to be better. So that's how I humanize people that are shitty.
I completely agree with everything Boogie said, and I also feel like bouncing off of that, sexism is so pervasive in our society that it is so easy for men in games to kind of punch down on any women that they encounter, especially when they are insecure about their own gaming stats or whatever the circumstances may be. And it is actually a studied fact that men who play worse in video games are more likely to be toxic to women than men who play well in video games. So, yeah, it's basically them just coping with their own issues and deciding to lash out at the easiest target.
Yeah. I don't really know how much more I can really add on to that. You guys are just like, your answers are just blowing it out of the water here. Like, yeah, it's all just sexism. I genuinely like feel like for like women anyways, but like Boogie said, like people again are just trying to survive, and I don't think like people really think about how like their words affect others, because I mean, I'll admit, like, I mainly focus on myself. Like, I worry about myself. Most humans are selfish, as you should be. Put yourself first always. But like, there's a point where, you know, you need to realize that like there are real human beings behind that screen, behind that keyboard, you know, but people don't really realize it. Um, like one example like I had is I remember playing DBD one time and I ended up killing somebody. Like I camped them at the end because it was the one kill I could get. And they messaged me and they were so mean. And all I said is, I'm sorry you felt that way. You know, it was a day after work. I wanted to chill. I just wanted like a single kill. And I'm sorry it was you, you know? And you kill them with kindness. And then they realized, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It was the heat of the moment. Like, you know, I got angry. I got upset. You know, they admitted where they were wrong and they apologized and said like, thank you for like not being an asshole back to me. And I'm like, yeah, well, there's no point. Like, you know, like why am I going to waste my energy on that?
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes people just need like a little bit of like a wake up call, you know. You know, like, you know, try your best to like kill them with kindness, and if it doesn't, then, you know, you give them that spice back like Boogie was talking about, you know.
Yeah.
I go right in. I'm feral, y'all. I'm a feral woman.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's just a game. Like, we're all just trying to have fun out there. There's no need to bring like, oh, you killed me. Like, how could you do that? Like it's not all that serious. I promise you. We're all just trying to have fun out here.
We're on a floating rock, please.
Yeah. We're on a floating rock that's like kind of on fire in a lot of ways. You dying in a game where you basically signed up to potentially die in the game is not the end of the world, I promise you. Yeah.
And everything is made up. So nothing is real.
It's all just silly fun games. That's all it is.
So that also kind of covers gender-specific harassment. So what about differences across different gaming communities?
Oof. I've been in a couple Discords that are very male forward, and it's been really rough. I've had to leave. I think for any men who are out there, just be aware that women are 50% of the gaming community, and try to be aware of the things that you're saying and how it could harm women. Sexualizing, talking about sexual assault, that trigger warning, everyone. Sorry about that, but like that's not funny. It's not something that should be joked about ever. And I see it happen more often than I would like.
I feel like it really depends on like the kind of community that like you're in. Games that have like competitive spaces are definitely a lot more toxic than anything else. Like Overwatch, Rivals, Valorant, like all of those can get very toxic. It's again because people are like competitive. Like, I mean, humans are competitive by nature, but some people just let it get to their heads like a little too much. Even Dead by Daylight, like, because DBD does have like a bit of a competitive scene as well, and it's just been out for so long. So when people who have been playing it for like 10 years or something since it came out, when they don't do good in a game, then they're upset because, you know, like they should be so good, they should be winning every game because they've been playing for like 8,000 hours, like. But whereas like other games like Stardew Valley and stuff like that, the communities are so positive because like you can play multiplayer on Stardew and all of that, but it's like all of those like cozy single player games, like I'm a part of like Discord servers for them, and some of the nicest people I've ever met. It never gets toxic, and if it does, it's always like a personal thing. It's never about like the game or people in the game, like, because who's gonna get mad at you for missing watering your crops in Stardew Valley? You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but it's definitely more in like the competitive scene. Like shooters, I would say, are 100% more toxic than any other kind of gaming community out there. It's just the shooters.
I completely agree with everything that has been said already, especially with Shy. And in the context of shooters, it also makes a difference how the game themselves handles that and the kind of environment that they create. Because, like, for example, Call of Duty Call of Duty is a
Yeah.
toxic cesspool for women,
Mhm.
and the people
I don't
behind the
play it.
game have done nothing to change that fact.
Mm.
Like, reports go nowhere, sanctions are never put on people's accounts, whereas
Yeah.
Valorant has a competition in esports specifically for people that are women or another marginalized gender, and only women and
Oh.
marginalized genders can compete in it. And
wow.
they hype up
Know
that
that.
tournament just as much as they hype up their co-ed tournaments and the tournaments that lean more towards men. And they make a big focus on like ramping down on that kind of harassment and dealing with it. And they actually tell you when you've reported someone if they've put a sanction on that person's account. You'll get a little pop-up that says like, oh, this
Oh.
person that you reported has faced penalties because of what they said. Like, obviously they, as the makers of the game, can't do everything to stop people from being toxic, because people that want to be toxic will find a way, but they
Yeah.
do what they can and actually follow through on it, unlike a lot of other games. And that makes a difference for the safety of women in the game. That's why most women don't play games like Call of Duty, because nothing will be done about their harassment.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty sad. I know Predecessor sends out a toxicity report every once in a while. I don't know how well they do about banning people that we report.
Oh. Yeah.
So that is definitely something that eventually I would like to talk to them about.
Yeah. That's really cool though that
Yeah.
like I didn't even know Valorant and
Mhm.
even predecessors like did stuff like that where like they will let you know like, hey, if you report this person, like we'll let you know if there's a sanction. Like I didn't even know
Yeah.
that they did that. W
Overwatch
Valorant.
does it too.
W
Overwatch does it too.
W Overwatch.
Like you'll get
We
a
need to take
message
more
whatever.
accountability for our players.
Yeah, 'cause
they
on-
tell you like, sorry, go. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, on Valorant, when you open the game the next time, you get a pop-up that you have to interact with that says a person you reported has been like sanctioned for abusing voice chat, for example.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh, it actually gives the reason too.
Mhm.
Predecessor doesn't do that. It just tells
Overwatch
Oh.
doesn't
that
do
you-
that either. Overwatch gives you like a pop-up when you log in, like one of your reports or whatever was successful. While we can't provide like the exact like punishment or
Mhm.
like the person, like just
Yeah.
know it was dealt with.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how Predecessor does it too.
Mm-hmm.
I just appreciate like even like game developing companies and like game developers like are even taking accountability for the people that are playing their games. I think like even just that, even just being ahead in hey, we need to make sure everyone that's playing our games and everyone that is consuming our content is good and there's no bad eggs out there because you don't want that in your community and it just ruins it for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good to hear. We need more games. We need more games that do that.
Yeah.
All right. What do you feel about the role of anonymity in toxicity and harassment on games?
Oh, like do you mean like VTubers or people what is I don't even know what that part means.
People that
you probably should have deleted that one.
Essentially how people in games can be relatively anonymous and they're just
because
a
people are
username.
anonymous.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think Shy has definitely touched on that a couple times already. People don't if they don't know who they're talking to, they don't ever have to meet them. They don't have to look them in the eye. They just say whatever they want to, and they're not worried about it.
Like I can just do whatever because I'm online and nobody knows me. But it's like, why even do that in the first place? There's no gain from being rude and being mean to other people, whether you're depending on what even gender you are or who you are as a person. There's no reason to say those kinds of things. Like, what are you gaining from this other than oh, I have a mini ego boost from it? Like, no. No.
Just no.
Just no.
There's not a whole lot to add on to that because like people are just comfortable when they think that they don't have to face consequences for their actions. So it's unfortunate, but also like I mean, being able to be like keep like stay anonymous online like for safety reasons, like I get it 100%, but it is just unfortunate that people abuse that right that they have just to be assholes for lack of a
Yeah,
better word.
like opulent pasta bucket. Humans just love pushing lines. Like why? Why? And glow people get dopamine boost from being negative. Like hello,
Yeah,
boost dopamine. Cool. Okay.
I
Then
feel
what?
like it goes into like nowadays like the whole rage bait culture. People like say like they say the most negative, hateful things ever, and then they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you fell for the rage bait." Like
It was just a joke.
get the heck out of here. You know, exactly, exactly. People have just normalized it so much nowadays, like just being bullies.
Even
I,
social media, you see more attention with the negative posts, like the call out posts, the people being rude and causing problems, than you do with actually seeing like positive news on social media. And it's sad that it's gotten so reversed. Like we should be praising all of the positive stories, all of the amazing things that are happening in the news, not all of the bad negative things.
Exactly.
I think just as something as simple as like my face painting line, the kids that
Yeah.
are in it, the way that they talk to each other, they're just so mean to one another. And they do it for fun. And I literally have to say I only allow nice kids in my face paint line. But I take that into like the gaming, like, you know, or
Yeah.
into my stream. I only allow nice kids in my face paint line, y'all.
Yeah, I feel like we've just kind of started to go backwards, like regressing as a society in recent years. I feel
Yeah.
like after COVID, like again, because everyone was at home, right? You're interacting
Yeah.
with so many people online, and
Mhm.
like so it's just like TikTok. I don't interact on TikTok that much anymore because it just people are just so mean for no reason,
Mhm.
attacking looks like it, like I don't know. I don't know. You can attack someone's character if you feel the need to, but like I hate that it's come down to like, oh, attacking people for like things they can't change, you know?
Yeah.
It's just ugh.
Yeah.
Mhm. We need to flip the script. We need to make positivity the forefront of social media and not the back
There
burner.
you
Like,
go. Get
Oh
rid of
yeah.
the isms and
yes,
get more of the positivity.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That actually perfectly segues into the next topic. What makes a safe gaming space?
Ugh.
Positivity,
Yeah.
kindness, understanding. Like not everybody's gonna play the same in every game that you play. Like if you're in like a competitive scene, like yeah, I might like pop off like on Valorant and get like 40 kills. I may be 40 and 5 or something. And then the next game I could be like 1 in 10. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like just being able to like understand that people aren't gonna like, play the exact same all the time. Sometimes people
Yeah.
have an off day, an off game, like just being understanding and just,
And people are
like just being
learning. Some people
open.
are
Yeah.
new. They don't know what they're
Exactly.
doing. Be
Exactly.
nice.
Like I've had to change my way of thinking too with like Overwatch and stuff. Like originally when they had did like a whole rebrand in the new season that brought in a lot of new players. And at first it was super annoying getting like queued up into competitive games with these newer players because, I was like, why are you playing competitive already? But like, then you think about it and it's like these are just people. They just want to like enjoy their time after work,
Yeah.
Like just switch your way of thinking about things. Let people enjoy the game just how you did when you started.
I actually do try when I'm playing with people and they do get a little bit toxic. I do try to coax them away from that too. I think that helps as well. So like if I'm playing with somebody and they're really like complaining about a player on the other team or calling them bad or whatever, I try to, bring it down to a human level and remind them that they're playing against another human who might be learning, might be new, might be having a bad game, might be sick, might be drunk. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, let's just
Yeah.
play the game and
Yeah.
worry about
Yeah.
what we're doing. Glow says she does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all just here to just play the game. Just being understanding of everybody. Like not everyone's gonna be the best gamer of all time. Like no, we're all have our different strengths. Some people may be better at one type of game than another. just being open, being understanding, being patient with people. And I think if we all can take a little ounce of that and just kind of apply it to ourselves, we can help make a community even better. If everyone takes a little bit of time just to, yeah, wait, we're not all the same. Like we all can do different things. Like that's okay. That's why we're all different. If we're the same, we all were the same, and we're the best at all the games, then that wouldn't be that much fun, would it?
It's like we've said before, at the end of the day, it's just a game. Like, it is truly not that deep. It is just a game.
Exactly. People just take it too seriously. I feel like, yeah, it's a big part is just being able to like realize that all of us are just doing this for fun, and like, you know, just keep that in mind. Like, not everything, you know, it's not that serious. This isn't going to affect your real life. Like,
Yeah. Just for fun.
Funsies. Take a deep breath. I actually, what I do when I'm playing with people who are getting like super aggro, I do say, can we take a deep breath? Let's take a deep breath.
Gotta gentle parent them.
yeah. People get too like mean and toxic and aggressive about it. I'm like, does someone need to take a nap? Yeah, need a nap.
Are we hungry? Are we hangry?
I think you
Do we need some food in our tum
nap.
tum?
When the gentle parenting kicks in.
Yeah, basically.
My dog's over here wagging her tail because I'm speaking in baby talk.
She's like, Mom, are you talking to me? Angry, grab a Snickers. Grab a Snickers bar. You're not yourself without a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah. I feel like we can move to the next segment, right?
Yeah.
Who wants to? Is it me? Is it my turn again? I think so.
Like?
This one is women as creators and leaders in gaming. I think we touched on a lot of this already. Women in streaming, esports, and game development. What do we think about that?
I may not be like up to date with like stream teams and like esports teams. I don't know if there are many women's esports teams. Like, you know, like Valorant, most of the teams are comprised of males. So I've not actually heard too many esports teams that are just teams of women or female presenting people.
We were actually thinking about doing it in Predecessor, but we never got together to practice. But a team of 5, all women.
I know with Valorant, they have their Game Changers competition circuit, which is women and people of marginalized genders only. And I know as far as game development, I am a content creator for a nonprofit called Dames for Games, which hypes up games that are developed by women. They are allowed to have men on their teams, but the lead developer and like the majority of the team has to be women and marginalized genders. So that has been super interesting to see because a lot of them are little indie games from all over the world and they're so good.
So cool.
I would love to see some of those. That's so cool.
I'd love to see it.
Is there a website or something we can go to for this nonprofit? I feel like this is a good time to like talk about that.
Yeah, 100%.
I will go grab the link for it right now.
Yeah.
Jupa Fupa, women can call women whatever they want to call each other. Okay. You, on the other hand, can't say those things.
Yeah. Like if I want to call my girlfriends like, hey bitch, like I'm gonna do that. But like don't go calling women that, please. Don't.
Don't calling random strangers random names.
Yeah, exactly. It's different if you know the person and you're on that level, but definitely refrain.
Can you whisper me the link or message it to me in Discord?
Yeah, I'll
or
put
post it in your chat maybe because it
do you have links turned off?
Yeah, I have links turned off. Yeah,
I'll put it in our Discord thread. I put it in the thread where we plan for everything.
Going back.
So I can't refer to Dames for Games as Dames. I'm confused. Obviously, you can refer to you're being obtuse on purpose. Okay.
That's the name of the nonprofit, so yes, you can
Yeah,
say
the
that.
name of the
That
use
nonprofit.
one,
it for
yeah.
that, but just don't call women games, but definitely refer to the nonprofit. Give it all the love. Just just
We're
don't
about to
call a
post the
woman a
link right
game.
now. Hold on.
Yeah, that is the legit name of the nonprofit, so that is a-okay. It's just
Mhm.
outside of that sphere,
Just
that
don't use
name
it.
may not be a good to call somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
That you don't know, you know?
Yes, that you don't know, that you don't know.
Unless
Even
you're on
if you
that
do
level.
know, even if you do know them, probably not, because some women
Always
won't
ask
say
for
anything.
consent on
There you
everything.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, always ask for
Okay,
consent.
bye,
on things.
Jupa. Thanks for popping in. Hopefully
Yeah.
you could learn something.
On the James for Games website, under their showcases, they list their showcase that happened earlier this month, which I actually co-streamed. And under the stream event, like subsection of that, they have a link to a Steam list that has a bunch of games that are developed by women.
Okay, so
Cool.
now you're banned. Bye. That's how we deal with toxicity in chat. We were just talking about toxicity in men.
No, like I don't know. Whatever.
If you want to get banned, say men are better. Do it. No, don't do it. I'm just kidding. Please don't do it. I don't want to ban
Don't do
you.
that. Don't do that. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that right now?
We're
I'm gonna post this
literally
link,
talking
guys.
about women in power.
Like, how does that? Oh,
Yeah.
And just like
I
that, their
can't- I
2026
can't stand
season
when
was
men-
over.
Case in
No!
point, the
Why
last
can't
minute,
men
yo.
just?
Yep.
Oh. Anyways, there, guys, I pinned in my chat the damesforgames.org. Go and check them out. Just as Erin was talking about, nonprofit, support women. Support women.
Yeah.
I pinned it also. I also pinned it. That's a great idea. I don't know. You know what? Let's just say that we are all human beings and we are all amazing. How about that?
Exactly.
It's not a
Exactly.
competition.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Although a
Everyone
matriarchy would
is-
be pretty dope.
Everyone should be treated as equals. No one should be seen as better than anybody else. We're all just
Yeah.
here. We're all just living.
Yeah.
We're all
I
just
think
doing
it's
our
a
own
good.
thing.
I think this is a good time to talk about feminism and gaming. You know what I mean? Like, let's just move to that.
Heck yeah.
I think misconceptions about feminism, that's one right there, where some people think that feminism means women are better. Really, we just want equality. Feminism just means lifting up women so that we can be equal, not so that we can be better.
No.
Yeah.
That's
I
all.
know, like,
And the men can be
some-
feminists. Please be
Yeah,
a feminist, men. We would love you to be a
exactly,
feminist.
exactly. I feel like when people think feminist, they think of like radical feminists who are like, because there's some feminists, who like identify as a feminist, but they end up, being like a misandrist with it. You know what I mean? So I feel like feminism has just been given like people see it like negatively sometimes, but it's
They give it
not.
a bad
All
rap,
it
yeah.
means, all it means is like you support women, you support, seeing women in male dominated spaces, like, you want to see women succeed. That's all feminism is fighting for our rights, like making sure that we have a space in every industry.
One thing I've seen a lot, especially in online spaces, is when talking about feminism and equality, men often automatically jump to, oh, so equal rights means equal fights. That means I can hit you or like be physically violent towards you. And it's like, that's not how that works. Like, no. And they're like, well, I wouldn't hit a woman back, but that's because you think that I think that women are inferior. And it's like, you shouldn't be hitting people in general. Like, what do you mean?
Keep our hands to ourselves.
Yeah, like
use our words.
You learn that in like early childhood to keep your hands to yourself. Why do you immediately jump to, oh, so that makes violence okay? Like, why is that your immediate thought?
It's never okay to hit anybody. Why do you think just because like, oh, I'm a woman and you may not be a woman that, oh, now it's a game changer. Like, no, just no violence at all, period, for anybody.
Yeah, no.
And unfortunately, with this word that a lot of men hate, dun dun dun, toxic masculinity. It's perpetuated throughout our entire society. I mean, look at the Department of War right now and what it's doing to other countries. That's men in power having toxic masculinity, like, and
Mhm.
that just trickles down. So a lot of, again, a lot of men don't even know what they're doing, you know. It's just a
Mhm.
subconscious thing because they were taught that way. So that's
Right.
why these conversations are so important. I'm so glad that Twitch is doing this today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Balancing advocacy with enjoyment. Oh,
Ooh.
do you guys talk? Do y'all see? I said, guys, do y'all talk on stream about things advocacy related and politics related, or do you keep that away from stream?
I
I
usually
mean,
try, like, myself, I try to keep, like, kind of controversial topics out of the focus, like, because politics can be a big one, like,
Mm-hmm.
religion can also be a big one. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm a church, but I'm not a, like, religious VTuber. I'm not out here spewing religion other than bread, because bread,
yes.
it's
Bread.
silly, it's fun.
The
Bread.
good word of the loaf.
Exactly. Like, it's all for fun. Like, I'm not actually going out here and spreading my own, like, outside of, like, stream, like, my own religion
Yeah.
and my
Mhm.
own views on politics, because everyone has their own different views, and everyone's allowed to have their own different views. I never want to impose my own beliefs and my own views on somebody else, and then it ends up someone could start a fight, or it
Mhm.
can just end in a really bad conversation. It's like, I don't want to bring
Mhm.
negativity like that, or like the possibility of something happening and people are arguing and not it's not being a civil conversation. I like to keep that outside of streaming. Well, it is very important to talk about. Personally, myself, I just keep those topics out of my chat and out of my community.
Mhm.
I keep them in my community. We
Mm.
definitely get to the odd topic pretty often, actually, depending on who I'm
Ah,
playing with.
yeah.
And I like to have a community that's like-minded. So I'm not too worried about people who don't agree with me. They can just get banned.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
No, that's valid. I feel like me personally, as like a content creator, like this is just my personal view. I feel almost like I do have like an obligation to shed light on certain things, you know? So I do talk politics, I do talk about like, things happening in the world that like are affecting people. I definitely don't like try to steer the conversation there, but like if something happens, I give people the room to talk freely. Um,
Mhm.
if they have differing views, like I honestly could care less what someone's like political stance is, what their affiliation
Mm.
is. As long as we're being respectful about it, and we're giving our views, like I don't mind. If you're not
Yeah.
a hateful person, then by all means, like let's talk about it.
Mhm.
But
Ah.
again, I just like to spread awareness to like my community and just, fill them in on what's happening, because I
Yeah.
get questioned
Yeah.
about it sometimes, but most people
And you
probably
never
do.
know when you can just inform one person who
Mhm.
learns and changes their mind a little
Mhm.
bit, you know? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like that's super important in today's age because we're
Mhm.
not having these conversations at large.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am just echoing everything else that has been said because I also talk about it when it comes up and like to have a like-minded community, but like Shai said, as long as they're being respectful, like I don't
Mm.
necessarily care what their specific views are. It just
Mm.
comes down to viewing other people as human is the core
Yeah.
thing for me. Because if
Mhm.
someone is disrespectful about it or doesn't view a specific group as human,
Yeah.
that's where problems come into it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mm. Yeah.
Um, let's see here. Oh, how about allies? Do we like allies? Do we have allies in our communities? What do we think? What do we think about allies?
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
allies are super important because we
Mhm.
get, I think for me, like talking about feminism and women's rights can get um to be a lot, to do it so much, and having
Mhm.
other people who can help educate the masses is really important, you know,
Mm.
who are also the masses, you know. So having
Mhm.
men or male presenting people
Mhm.
um discuss this kind of stuff with other people is super important, you know,
Yeah.
because they can get into that sort of locker room talk that we can't get
Mhm.
into.
Mhm.
That is, I've seen in a couple discords that I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And one of
Yeah.
my favorite things about having male allies and friends on games with me is when other men get toxic, seeing another man shut that down. Like, I can stand up for myself, I
Yeah.
can shut it down myself. But seeing the way that toxic men start shaking in their boots when another man shuts them down is so funny and so nice to see
Yeah.
that it
Yeah.
is it's
100%.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. I'd say like majority of my community who are like men, they all know I'm a big feminist. Like I'm gonna talk about women, I'm gonna uplift women all the time, and I feel like they've all kind of like adopted that as well, which is so nice to see. Um, they're the first to kind of come to any woman's defense when we play games with other women, and it's awesome. And like you said,
Yeah.
Erin, it's so nice seeing like random men just like shut that shit down. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about, dude? Like, what?
Mhm.
Like, them
Yeah.
being a woman has nothing to do with like anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
so yeah, allies are definitely a super important thing to any cause.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, fully agree on what everything that has been said, and echoing Aaron and Shy. Like having allies in any community, whether it is allies for women, allies for LGBTQ, allies for something else. It's just having those people on your side and just knowing, like, yeah, I can stick up for myself, but having somebody else also echo what I'm thinking and also stick up for me or somebody else in my community, that's amazing to see. We need more people to help. I don't know if like fight's the right word, but just like help stand up and
Mhm.
kind of deflect
Speak up
away
for us.
from. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I agree. Yeah.
So, what are some small changes and some big changes that we can make, some systemic changes that we can make to help this be a little bit better? I personally think just talking about it, these little conversations are huge. But then also, I am going to my state capital next Wednesday. And I'm gonna bring some. I'm gonna start trying to get involved with legislature and making those kind of big changes from a systemic standpoint.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's
Yeah, so I'm super
awesome.
excited about it. This will be my first trip.
I'm
yeah.
excited
I
for
actually only
you.
started
Yes.
voting at 30 years old, ladies. 30 years old was the first time I ever voted. And it was because of legislature that happened here in the South that was an anti-abortion law that I didn't want anything to do with. So I voted for the first time because of that. I grew up very privileged in Chicago with like-minded people who were Democratic as well. So I never had to think about voting. So that's important too, y'all. Get your
Yes.
votes in.
Everybody
Get
vote.
your votes in.
They're able to go vote.
And
Mhm.
don't vote
Even
for people who like to marginalize communities, okay?
Mhm.
Don't do it.
Mhm.
Any
I agree with
community.
that.
Because one
Any
community marginalized can be you the next day.
Yep.
it could be.
I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Mhm. Definitely
Anybody
echoing
else have
all of
any
that.
ideas?
And I
Yeah.
feel like small changes lead to systemic changes. And
Yeah.
every conversation, every roundtable like this can lead to systemic change because all it takes is changing one person's mind or even opening up a person's mind to be exposed to things that they hadn't been to previously or acknowledging that something is a problem that they didn't necessarily know was a problem before. Those have a domino effect that lead to systemic change.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like one small, it only takes one small thing to make a large impact later on. It's kind of like kind of domino effect in a sense. Like one domino can set off the procession for something even bigger later on. It only takes one person, one comment, one conversation to kick off something better later on down the road.
Mhm.
Be the change
For
you want to
sure.
see.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the one. Awesome.
Yeah.
I think this is our last segment coming up, and then we'll have our Q&A if anybody has any questions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right. So the future of women in gaming. What is some progress to be excited about?
I think the normalization of female developers and female streamers and kind of broadening the horizons of female characters in games and seeing more female led games has been an excellent sign of progress. And granted, we still have far to go, but it's happening. That progress is happening. Rome wasn't built in a day. And every female developer who develops a female led game with a female led team is another step in the right direction.
Yeah.
You have a whole nonprofit dedicated to it. That's amazing.
That is awesome.
I mean, stuff like that's going to change the world. So,
Yeah,
thank you.
I'd agree with all of that. Like, I know that I didn't get to mention this before when we were talking about like esports and development, but I know like it's awesome to see. So the only like there's one female professional Marvel Rivals player who was on a team with other men for the Sentinels team, and her name's I think it's Aramori.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure how to say it, but she's like the only female professional player. But it's awesome to see that they're including women in like it's not just a female team. It's like it's and she's the only one. So it's awesome to see that we're kind of broadening our horizons a bit in that aspect and seeing more women take charge in like development and stuff. I play a lot of Warframe, and the creative director for Warframe is a woman named Reb Ford, and she's like the first woman to like take that position in the company, which is a big deal. And everyone loves her because she's brought so many good changes that like the past creative directors would never have thought of. And it's just like that's what I mean. It's nice to see like women's perspective where not everything is sexualized. We get to see some cool badass female characters like, So it's great. Yes, I love Reb Ford. I love her with my whole heart. Reb Ford, if you're watching, I love you. Marry me.
That's so funny. Didn't Call of Duty, don't they have a non-binary character?
Oh.
I'm not sure.
I believe that Call of Duty does have a non-binary character.
Oh.
Somebody there is.
So I looked at
is it Apex? Is it Apex,
Apex
not
does.
Call of Duty?
Apex.
That would make no, because Volta Rossi is a non-binary operator in Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
I was gonna say I know Valorant does, but I don't play Call
Clove.
of Duty enough to
And they also do have one in Overwatch as well, Venture, which is awesome. It was the first and only non-binary character at the moment, but it's nice seeing like these marginalized genders like get included in games. It's an awesome thing.
More
'Cause I feel like as,
representation.
as feminists, we have to like celebrate like all genders,
Yeah.
and that's people who are like non-binary as well. So it's so awesome to see that.
Bloodhound in Apex Legends is also non-binary. See, more representation. More non-binary. I think even like also like as a streaming perspective, it seems like I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I always get the vibe that like, oh, because gaming is like a male dominated like hobby, then like all like the top streamers are all like male creators. But just seeing there are so many up and coming and even established female creators making their presence known within the space, like Twitch and YouTube and all that, it's just so good to see more females just like, oh yeah, I know it is. Just like, yeah. And just supporting one another and just it's just so good to see. I'm just so happy just to see more girls playing games, doing what they love, and having a good time.
Exactly.
Do we have any advice for young girls or new creators? That's a fun one.
I think my advice would just be to just do it. There are so many reasons why a lot of young girls and new creators, I don't want to say make excuses because they are valid reasons, but they have reasons that they don't want to start streaming or start gaming or start playing competitively or whatever it is. And while those are valid reasons, they aren't reasons that should stop you from doing something that you love and are interested in. So my advice would be to just do it, just try it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I remember I'd wanted to start streaming when I was like 18, but I didn't want to take that step because I already was kind of like uncomfortable with the experiences I had online in the past, and so I didn't do it. I started streaming when I was 22, so 2 years ago. And literally all I could do is just do it. That again,
Yeah.
you literally just have to hit go live. Um there are ways to keep yourself safe as well. If you have
Yeah.
like friends, get them to mod for you.
Yeah.
There utilize the blocked terms list in on Twitch. It is like the best thing ever. That way messages will automatically get filtered so they're not sent, I would invest your time in doing that. If you're worried about anything like that, there are ways to, minimize negativity if you just have like a good mod team. And yeah, like that's all I can really say. Just do it, but just do keep yourself safe because
Yeah.
your worries are valid because I mean, we all experience that fear, I bet, like every single one of us at one point or another.
Mm-hmm.
My advice to young girls would be not to limit yourself just because the world wants to limit you. And for new creators, network.
Yeah.
Don't forget about networking. Go out there and meet people who are playing the game that you're playing,
Yeah.
or just chatting like you are, or whatever. Meet new people, chat in their streams because they'll likely come into yours as well.
Yeah.
So and you get to meet really fun people that way too.
Yeah. I think for me, what I would want to say is never be afraid to set boundaries for yourself. Like, if you know you're not comfortable with, like, maybe you're not comfortable with certain topics, or maybe you're not comfortable when certain words are said, never be afraid to put down a boundary or a rule in place just to try and appease somebody else. Like, if you're not comfortable with something, let people know, like, hey, I'm not comfortable with this. Is it okay if we step away from this topic, or is it okay if we change to something else? Never prioritize other people's happiness for your own comfort and safety.
That's so
Exactly.
important.
Kind of like making like another point of that is like if you allow your boundaries to be pushed, then
Yeah.
that's the community you're going to build. So you have to like kick it, like nip it in the bud from the like get-go. I know like when I originally started streaming, I kind of let people walk all over me because I was small and I was like, like, okay,
Yeah.
well, if this is how people talk, then I guess I have to deal with it. And then my chat would get super negative, super just not a great place. I didn't want to stream. And then, but again, then I set those boundaries in place and now I have the most positive community ever. But again, you just can't be scared of just telling people how
Yeah.
you feel, what topics to steer clear from. Because again, if you allow it to happen, it's just that's all your chat's gonna be, unfortunately. So
I agree with
Yeah, boundaries
everything
are
that has been
important.
said. And bouncing off of the networking point specifically, find those communities, join guilds, join creator clubs. Twitch has a structure in place to help find community. Use those to your advantage.
if you're a woman and a streamer also, there is a link right there if you are interested in joining the Twitch Women's Guild. I think you do have to be an affiliate. So if you're an affiliate and you are a woman and you want to be a part of stuff like this, which is great networking opportunities, and you get to meet awesome women like these folks here, like join. There's the link right there. Right there.
There's also a Pride Guild, a Latin Guild. That's
And
it, right?
Black
And
Guild.
Black Guild.
And a Black Guild. Yes.
Yes.
So how could I forget that one? So if you are in any of those marginalized communities, you can join there as well. I think that's the link for all the guilds.
Yeah, right there. That's a unity guild.
And you can sign up for more than one. I'm in the Pride Guild and the Women's Guild.
Same.
I'm half Puerto Rican, but I don't speak Spanish, and I'm not like I wasn't
That's
I didn't grow up in that
okay.
culture, so I didn't know if I could If I
No,
should
don't. Oh my
do the Latin
goodness.
Guild.
No, you be who you are. Like, be
No,
proud of
I know.
that.
I
Still
am
part
proud
of
of
your
it.
culture.
I am
Yeah.
proud of it. I am proud of it. I
Yeah.
am proud of it.
Like, yeah, I know, like, I'm in a part of like the Indigenous Alliance, and I know we've been working on making a guild for like Indigenous people, trying to work with Twitch on that. Thankfully,
Yeah.
all of like the Twitch guilds include our alliance in like everything they do. So we kind of are a guild on its own, but you know, like not
That's so
not
good.
technically
I love
yet.
that.
And
Yeah.
like I'm reconnecting with my culture because I grew up in foster care, so I don't know a whole lot about my culture, but like you know, being able to immerse myself and learn more about other like tribes and stuff, it's amazing. So genuinely, like if you guys are scared of like thinking you're not Latina enough, you're not black enough, you're not woman enough, whatever, who cares? It's a part of who you are. Just join. Just
I love
join.
that.
Amazing
I'm
things
gonna
come out
join.
of
I'm gonna
it.
I was gonna
join the
say,
Latin
so
Guild.
after
Do
stream today,
it.
Boogie's gonna join the Latin
Literally,
Guild.
literally. And I can guarantee you, anybody there would be so happy to see that you're actually trying to act like go into your culture. You're trying to learn more
Yeah.
about it. You're trying to be a
Yeah.
part of it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
Little pep talk.
Yeah.
What do we have a vision for our streams, for the community, for women in gaming? Does anybody have a vision for the next 5-10 years? I just want to see more progress and more sexy men
Yeah.
skins.
Yeah, Roadhog and a
Agreed.
Speedo, please. Roadhog and Speedo.
For my stream, I want to get to partner. I already was able to apply for partner because I had a couple of really good months, but then I had a couple of really slow months. So it's been about 3 months since I've applied for partner. I'm still not partner. But I'm gonna get there. I will get
Yay.
there. Hopefully within the next year. By the end of this year, hopefully I'll be partner. That'd be
I
super
believe.
cool.
Put it into the universe. It's gonna happen.
Yes.
I would say like literally just like we're on the right path with gaming and everything in general. Like I said, we're starting to see women like with the like Aramori there who's on the Sentinels team for Rivals. Like that's the first time ever. So hopefully we'll start seeing more of that and not just like where we can have women on the regular esports teams as opposed to like just like a separate league for women. You know, it's nice to see that these changes are being made. More women are in creative positions within like the video game industry, and I hope to see more and more of that because obviously
Yeah,
like um yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with Shy. Having individual leagues to highlight women is progress for a lot of games who don't even have that. But having those women come onto the main team and to be considered good enough for the main team is also massive progress. And I would like to eventually be partner, but I am not there yet. I've only been streaming for about a year and a half now, so we're making progress. We're building a community, but I'm not to partner status yet.
No, Sam, agreed. I definitely like I hope that I can see myself there in the next 5 years. I got so much time. I'm young. I got all the time in the world. But it's definitely something that I'm like, you know, in the back of my mind, it would be nice to do that. And just create an even like better community, you know, like that's super like feminists, a community of feminists love women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will turn all of you into feminists.
Exactly.
And
I think
for those of us who have lady times, can we normalize talking about our periods on stream? Because I don't want to be sitting there with cramps for a whole like 3 or 4 days pretending like I'm fine. That's not gonna happen. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, men, that you have to hear about this, but you know, it's real life.
It's just a normal body function. Like I don't care. I will tell people like I am on my period. I probably won't stream very long today. Like it's a normal thing. If you're uncomfortable with that, then I don't know. Learn biology. Like it's normal.
Yeah, that says more about
Yes.
you than it says about me.
Exactly.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Erin.
No, that was all I had to say.
I think for me, I think what I would like to see, at least maybe for myself in the next upcoming years, like it would be really cool to be like a Twitch ambassador, not even just for like, oh yeah, I made it, but like just to be like a pillar or someone like other streamers or other people can go to, like if they need help or if they want advice, or like I want to be someone, I want to be known as someone like you can come to me if you ever need anything, like if you need to talk, if you need someone to listen, if you want advice, if you need some encouragement or just some uplifting. I just want to help. I want to be that one person or just a person you can go to and be trustworthy and be that source of strength that you might need.
I love
You're like the
that.
sweetest person ever.
I love that so much. I am very similar.
Yeah.
I think
Anyone?
yeah, I was gonna say we can probably wrap, they said we could wrap up a little
Yeah.
early if and then you would have a little bit more of a break. We could
Yeah.
do questions and answers now if
Yeah.
anybody has any questions.
Chat, ask us anything. Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
ask
mean,
away, chat.
keep it respectful, but ask us anything.
Yeah.
When can I see y'all to imagine a game together?
We can plan something.
Yeah.
We could plan something.
That would be
Valorant
so
is free to
fun.
play.
So is Overwatch.
Valorant doesn't have control. I'm a console girl who moved to computer, and Valorant doesn't have controller support.
They do on console, but
No!
it's not crossplay with PC.
Yeah, and so I can't play Valorant unless you want me standing still trying. You know, like it's not good. It's not good for anyone.
All right.
Okay,
we've
so
got favorite games.
Yeah, favorite games. Resident
Oh,
Evil is
Lord.
my favorite series ever.
Did you see this? They're having a Steam sale on all the Resident Evil games.
I did not. I'll have to check
I did
it
not.
out.
Now I'm gonna go
That's so
look.
exciting.
You
Yeah,
need to
I'm
pull
pretty
that up.
sure. I'm pretty
What?
sure, like all of the Resident Evil games on Steam are there's like a big sale on them. I swear, I
Ooh,
just saw
I'll
it
have to
like
get 'em.
yesterday.
Oh, there is.
I
They're all
I
like
cannot
90,
play
75.
the games by myself now, though. Can't do it. I'm too
Hmm.
terrified. PTSD is activated. Like it's not happening. But I do. It's still my favorite. It's one of that's a core moment too. Remembering PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 1. I remember when the dogs went through the windows and I was like, that looks so real. And it was like, if you think about it now, it's like, what? Dude?
Graphics have really progressed. I'd say like for me, I love horror games myself. Like I love just like the adrenaline rush of being scared. I don't know, it's great and my community likes it a lot too. So like Dead by Daylight's definitely one of my favorite games. Like it's one of my most played. As I've said multiple times, Overwatch is definitely one of them as well. And Warframe. But of all time, like I had said earlier, for anyone that might have missed it, Left 4 Dead 2 is definitely probably my favorite game of all time. Yes, Gloom, that's the emote you guys got from Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's so good.
Oh, here. Look at this one. That's me being jump scared.
Yes, Warframe is the best game ever. I'm going to tell you guys this right now as a little promo to Warframe. It is such a great game. They include like the LGBTQIA2S plus community like completely. They include women. Women are a big part of Warframe. It's an amazing game. If you love women and you love gay people, like Warframe's your game. Warframe is your game, trust me. It
Really?
is so fun. And it's completely free to play. It's one of those games where
Oh.
like where it'll say free to play, but then you have to purchase like passes and you have to buy things to actually progress. Warframe is not like that at all. Like you can purchase like skins and stuff like for your Warframes, but you don't even actually have to pay money because there's like a whole like market on Warframe where you can trade like things like mods and weapons, blueprints and stuff with other players, and they give you platinum, the in-game currency. So you can actually make like a ton of money in game by doing that if you have the time. So it's a completely free to play game. I highly recommend it to like anybody. And you also like there's no FOMO because if you miss an event, like it's gonna come back. Like those skins are gonna come back. There might be a few things that like you might not, but like that's far like few and far between. So yeah, that's my shout
I
out.
want to play Warframe. I've never played
Yeah.
it.
It's so great, and it's
Playing
super. Yeah, we could do a Warframe stream.
That would be so
Yay.
fun.
It's a great game, and the community on Twitch is so awesome. Like every time I play it, the nicest people come in. It's so beginner friendly because people who have been playing it since it came out, they're always in streams like looking for people who are new, like, "Hey, can I help you with anything? Like, is anything confusing?" Like the community is just the best community I've ever been a part of. I've only had like one toxic experience, and that was like a year ago. And that was it. Everyone's so kind there.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great game, great community. Highly recommend, guys. Download Warframe. And Reb Ford, if you hear me, marry me again.
I play such a variety of games that it's honestly kind of hard to pick a favorite, but I have, and it's a kind of niche game. It's called Tell Me Why. It's by the developers of Life is Strange, if anybody has ever heard of Life is Strange. And it is this beautiful queer story about mental health and grief. This set of twins, one of whom is trans, had to kill their mother in self-defense. And now, 10 years later, they are reuniting and trying to figure out what happened that night and what the story like really was of that night, because it happened when they were like 11. And talking about their grief journeys and how they're both handling it differently and dealing with like the small town pressures of returning back to your hometown as a trans person, as an adult. And the music is incredible, the graphics are incredible. It takes place in Alaska, and there's so many shots of just beautiful Alaskan nature, and it's amazing. And the first part of it, there are 3 parts of it. The first part of it is always free, and the game becomes entirely free during Pride Month.
Oh,
Very cool.
That's
it's a
awesome.
really cool story. I have heard of Life is Strange before. I didn't know they had another game.
Yeah. This one
I'm
is
gonna
like
have to check it
super
out.
yeah, this one is like super unknown in comparison, but it's so good.
Is it a newer game?
It came out in 2020, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But its graphics hold up incredibly. The music is incredible. The story is amazing. The community surrounding it is incredible. I follow the voice actors for the 2 main characters on Instagram. And even now they still talk about how much they love the game and how creating it was such an amazing experience. And the man who plays the trans twin, he talks all the time about how he had so much input over the storyline and kind of got to bring his own experiences to it to make it true to the trans experience, or at least his trans experience. And it's amazing. I cannot say
They
enough
actually
good things
hired a
about this
trans
game.
man to do
Yeah.
the.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I've played through it twice, and even the quote-unquote bad ending isn't actually a bad ending. It's just a different grief experience and a different way of handling grief, because they said that they wanted the story, no matter how it ends based on your choices, to still be a hopeful story. So there's no quote-unquote bad ending.
It's awesome.
Very cool.
That's really awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
You sold me.
You
sold
sold
me.
me.
Yay!
I'm adding it to my wish list as we speak.
Yay!
Yeah,
Here I am about to say
literally, before I
here I
forget.
here I am about to say my favorite current game is obviously Predecessor, but there's not a cool backstory to it. There is a trans woman on the development team, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's an amazing game. It's free to play. Y'all should check it out. The player base is pretty amazing, especially the Twitch side of it. We all kind of bond, and we spend like 6 hours a day together playing games. So come join us. It's a MOBA. If you're familiar with Smite or League of Legends, it's similar to that, but it's a third-person shooter MOBA. So you're behind your character, and it's the graphics are beautiful for a MOBA. I don't know if you've ever seen League of Legends. It's the bird's eye view. That's horrible. I can't do that. So for those of you who are team no bird's eye view, come over to Predecessor. We'll hang out.
There's so many just great games out there. I think I mentioned one of my absolute favorite is Cult of the Lamb. Like, I love the story. It's such a cool concept of like, yo, you're a lamb. You're the last surviving like disciple of like this big god, and he's like, yeah, I choose you. You're gonna represent me, and you're like, I'm making my own cult. Oh, I gotta gather my followers. I gotta defeat all the bishops, and just like learning the lore and the story behind it. It's like, wait, we're not actually a good person. Maybe we're not actually good after all. But it's fun making the little cult, and you have all the little members that join, and it's cool because there's Twitch integration, so like your chat can make their own character in the game, and they can send you messages, and it's really cool. And then there's so many like little buildings and everything you can put in. I'm pretty sure the mod team for the development team for Cult of Lamb, I'm pretty sure they're LGBTQ friendly, which is really cool. It's like, yes, more allies, more friends. But fun game, super fun. I wouldn't say it's a roguelike. It's more of like an adventure type game. Maybe it's RPG. I don't know. I always forget like the actual like what kind of game is this, but it's a fun little game. They just came out with a DLC like a month or so ago. Super fun. There's so much content in the game. Highly recommend.
Okay, there was another question. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me go back up there. Wait a second.
From Choreo.
When can I see you? Oh, that was the one question. We saw that. Hold on. Was it Choreo?
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, I can read it. When you first hit live, what was your path for growth, or did it just change over time?
Ooh. When I started streaming in 2021, right during COVID, and again, networking was my path. That's how I met people. It's how I started growing. It was really just a lot of networking. And then also posting on your socials is really important. I'm not the best at it, but I did it when I first started streaming, and that really helped. And it's still networking, to be honest. I want, just like what Bree said, I want to be someone that people come to for help if they need it. New streamers, we have a whole Discord where people, if they have any questions, they definitely can come and ask there. We have a bunch of smart people that I stream with. So yeah.
I'm gonna play off what Boogie said. When I first started, so I started streaming, oh goodness, it'll be 2 years this June. So I started June of 24 is when I started. And at first it was mainly like on social media, on like Twitter, and going and like commenting and interacting with other people's posts to try and grow my community there, and then hopes that would kind of turn over with like Twitch and that. Networking is definitely a big deal when it comes to content creation, like networking with people that play the same games as you, people that are kind of in those same spheres. Like, you make friends and then you eventually get introduced to maybe some of their friends, and it kind of just branches off from there. I agree with like social media presence as well. Like, at first I was like, post on like Twitter and it's fine, but like since branching out to like YouTube and TikTok, like just growing your like brand there, and it can sometimes bring in more people to see like your mainstreaming platform. And even what's cool about Twitch is like when you can rate out to people. Sometimes like I at least try like every week, like once a week, to raid out to like someone new, whether it's like, oh, they're playing the same game as me, or maybe they're streaming the same time as me, maybe they're recommended to me, just kind of sharing my community with new people and just kind of getting together with somebody new, making a new friend.
Mhm.
Yeah, when I first started, I originally started as a viewer for a long time, and I had made friends as a viewer. So when I started streaming, I kind of had a built-in community because all of the people that I had become friends with came to hang out in my stream, and from there, I just started raiding out to some of their friends that I maybe didn't know as well. And then from there branched out to raiding out to people that I don't know as well. Like Bree said, raiding out to people and sharing my community with them in the hopes that that can create a connection somehow. And then joining the guilds like the Women's Guild and the Pride Guild and getting involved in events there to help with networking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And getting in touch with the game you play too.
Mhm.
If you're consistently streaming, a lot of games have guilds or creator spaces. So I would look into that too. Just getting known by predecessor is so cool. They come into our chats. They're really cool.
It's so cool when devs come into chat.
They
Yeah.
come in all the time. They drop stuff. They're so cool. But not everybody has that access. So looking into a creators guild for the games that you specifically play is really important too, I think.
Yeah. I feel like same like Aaron said, I had started out as a viewer and I was just looking for people who played Overwatch and like the same games I did because I didn't really start making friends online until I started like streaming a few years ago. I was just too nervous because again, like you're scared of like the toxicity and people being mean, so I didn't really put myself out there and then I started and it's probably the best thing I could have done because they inspired me to start streaming and I've grown my communities and from them like you keep these connections up and you're going to meet so many different people. Like I've made so many friends and even the past few months through other friends that I've known for a while because we all stream. And I also do the same thing where I'll raid out to like people who are playing the same game, especially women. I'm like that. I love raiding like other women who are playing the same games as me because sometimes like you don't see a whole lot like streaming it. So it's so awesome to be able to share communities and then in turn like their communities come to you. But yeah, like when I first started, I didn't think too much about growth. It was more so for me to get out of my comfort zone to kind of start speaking more because during COVID, I don't know if anybody else experienced this, but I like my social anxiety like went up to like 10 almost because like not interacting with people, you don't see their faces. I became insecure because I had a mask on all the time so I could just hide. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
streaming has helped me like become more comfortable with speaking to new people and I just wanted friends. I wanted friends and I've succeeded at that. And so definitely my goals have changed. Like I still want friends, but I definitely do want to grow more now and yeah, and it's like posting on social media. I know that was like a topic. Like I know it's hard sometimes. Like being a content creator is difficult in general just because you don't realize how much time actually goes into it. Like people think like, "Oh, influencer, your job's so hard." It's like, "Okay, it's not the hardest job out there, but it definitely is very taxing." Like my social battery sometimes is like completely drained by the end of a stream. And then I don't want to sit there for 10 hours editing a video for YouTube. I mean, I will do it, but like it does take a lot. It does take a lot. It's definitely very
Very overstimulating.
yeah, 100%. 10% gaming, 90% social media or planning. No, exactly. That's exactly how it is. And it is a lot of work. But if you want to grow, that's kind of what you got to do. Networking gets you far, but having a presence on anything other than Twitch is definitely super important for growth because unfortunately Twitch's discoverability it's not the best. It's not the best. So no, it used to be, but everybody streams now, so it's really hard. You got to like stand out in your own way, right?
Yeah.
What do y'all think about putting TTV after your name in the games you play? I do that in Predecessor, and I've actually brought in lovely people. I promise you, they've all been lovely. They have all been lovely. I've had maybe one or two really bad people.
Wait, this may be a
but
silly question, but what does TTV mean?
Twitch
Twitch
TV.
TV.
Oh, okay. Because like I
Yeah.
have VT after my name, because like VTuber. So like
Yes.
I never knew what TTV. But I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
there's
Twitch
too many
TV.
TV.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that
So
makes
you would be
sense.
VTTV.
There's so many.
For most people, though, if you have your name, they're gonna probably assume that you are streaming. I feel like a lot of
Mhm.
people, like if you see VT, it's like okay, they're probably a streamer. At
streamer.
least I assume that because
Yeah.
Same.
I'm a streamer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, whenever I'm on like Valorant, for example, and somebody on my team or the other team is a TTV or a VTuber or somehow conveys that they are streaming, I'm immediately like, look them up, look them up, look them up. Gotta
See?
see if they're
yeah,
live.
yeah, exactly.
It's not bad
exactly.
marketing. It's a little scary because you're
Mhm.
putting yourself out there, you
Yeah.
know. So if you have a bad game or
Mhm.
or if people are toxic, they can come into your chat. But the good thing that the ban button is there,
Yep.
you know.
Exactly. And like you never know until you try. Like it's good to like network with people even if they don't stream, like in games, like put
Yeah.
yourself out there. Like sometimes I'll post like my Twitch and like after game chat or something in Overwatch or like, other games because there's no harm in it. If you don't want to see it, you don't have to. But if you want to come by, then you're more than welcome.
Yep.
So definitely don't be afraid of putting yourself out there. Who cares? Like cringe culture is over. Who cares?
No one has any shame anymore.
Exactly.
No.
Shame is so
Yeah.
2025.
Exactly. We're growing.
Awesome. Does anybody else have any questions in chat?
I think Glow had a question before about what made each of you decide to become a creator.
Oh. I was super lonely during COVID. I lived in a state all by myself. My family was in other states across the country. So I had to isolate by myself. And it was really taxing for me, just like Shai was saying. And so I was playing video games a lot, and I talked to myself anyway when I played the games. Or if I was like in a group chat, I'd be talking a lot. So I just decided, why not? I saw a streamer and loved it. And I was like, why not try that myself? And 5 years later, here I am.
Play.
For me, because I started as a viewer and already had those existing friendships, they were trying to convince me to stream anyways. And then I had a month off in between jobs. I ended up quitting a job right before I started a new one, but with a month gap. So I was like, I want to do something with this month. I may as well actually commit to starting to stream since I don't have to work. And then it just kind of continued after that, especially since I work from home, which is its own kind of isolation. Like, yeah, you talk to your coworkers, but like on a video chat or on Teams, there's not really that same kind of like in-person collaboration as you would get in an actual office. So, yeah, I've just kind of continued streaming as a way of creating connection and creating community.
Yeah.
I feel like I've already kind of touched on like why I started. It was mainly like again just to get out of my comfort zone because COVID just really messed everybody up. Like I feel like social
yeah.
skills are like I feel like when I was talking about like rage bait culture and stuff like that nowadays, like it all stems from like COVID and the lack of connections with real people, So being able to like stream and actually meet people and talk to them online and stuff, and it's super important, like you get to meet people that you never would have otherwise. And that's just my main thing was just meeting people, creating like friendships that will last a long time. Like I said, I went to like a wedding last month, because of somebody I'd met because I posted my Twitch link in an Overwatch comp game, and that's how I met the one that got married last month. Like he was like he was on the other team and he kicked our ass, but he came by and now we're best friends, So like streaming is just like a great thing. That's definitely why I did. It's so great meeting so many cool people.
Yeah. Kind of going off of what Shai said, like my reason for becoming a creator was I've always considered myself to be kind of an introvert, and reaching out to people was never like the easiest thing for me to do. But I started off watching some people on Twitch, and I was a bit iffy about myself becoming like a face cam streamer. But then I also I also like found the world of VTubing, and I'm like, wait, I can just have like a model or something that represents like myself on stream. So I got really interested in that. And I also wanted to be better at like speaking with people. Like I remember trying to do public speaking back in grade school, and I just remember just standing there like frozen at the podium like I can't do this. So it was also kind of a way for me to like be better at communicating and be a better public speaker. Like even if like I'm streaming, like just trying to get in the hang of like talking to myself, talking not just like little mumblings to myself, but actually like speaking and maybe like narrating what I'm doing in the game. And I think over time it's really helped, not even just like speaking wise, but also like my self confidence and like, yeah, I can do this. Like, this is so much fun. Why didn't I start doing this before? So never think you can't do something. Always try. You never know what you're going to be able to accomplish unless you go ahead and take that leap of faith and go ahead and go for it.
Speaking of a leap of faith, this was a huge leap of faith for me. I was
Oh,
so
yeah.
nervous about doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for
Me
being so
too.
sweet and so awesome to talk
Yeah.
with. I really
No,
do
I was
hope that we
nervous
can like
too.
play sometime together. That'd be
Yeah. I'm
super
Hope
gonna have all of you
so.
cool.
on Discord. We can like we can figure
Absolutely.
Let's
something
do a little
out.
group
Yeah.
on Discord between
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
the
let's
friends.
do it.
Yes.
Let's do it. No, I was like so
Yes.
nervous because I'd never like I always miss the announcements because I
Mhm.
keep servers muted because like there's just I've been so
There's
many because
so
I have so many
many.
streamer friends. And so then I end up missing it and I happen to see it and I'm like, you know what? I haven't taken part in anything with the guild yet because I was
Yeah.
nervous. Like you have a bit of imposter syndrome. Like, do I deserve
Mhm.
to be here? Do I deserve to like, be a part of these events? Right. But you just
Yeah.
gotta do it. And I'm so glad I did. Like, you guys are all so sweet, and I'm so glad that I was paired up with all of y'all.
Mhm.
Yeah. Everyone's just been so awesome and just so amazing. And I just thank you all so much for welcoming a little VTuber like me to talk
We
with
love
you
the
all
bouncy nun.
The bouncy nun.
I just love that all of us walked into this call and we're like, I am so nervous. I am so anxious.
And look how well we did. And
Yeah.
chat, let's give it up for chat for being
Yeah,
so
Kat,
awesome.
thank you for being so amazing
Thank
and not being mean, toxic, and I hope you all got to take something away from this conversation. And
Yeah.
but just remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Be the change you want to see in the world. Support the women in your life. That's
Amen.
all I can really say.
Gregarious.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bye. That's another bestie. Hi, Gregarious. Okay. Are we? I think
Should we raid out to one of the other panels that's doing
I would
Yeah.
love
talk today?
to. Which one are we going to?
Ooh, I have
We can all
no
rate the
clue.
same person.
We could all raid the same person.
We could,
Yeah,
yeah.
we can. I think that would
We
be
could just
super
send them all
fun.
to just send everybody over there.
I see
Yeah.
a mom life and another gaming panel. If we wanted to do one of the other gaming panels.
Oh, you know
Ooh.
what?
The gaming
They're
panels
gonna be
may
done
be
at 2,
ending.
but then they'll raid out to
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah, maybe the mom panel then?
I
We
think
could
the
send
mom panel
over-
was going out to 1 p.m. PST,
Oh,
so I think until 4. So I think they'll still be streaming.
Okay.
okay. Okay,
Can
we could
somebody
do
drop
that.
a link in the
Unless
in
we
the
want to pull
chat?
up the program again just to double check.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Give me that program.
We're
where
doing
it is.
technical things, yo. The behind the scenes stuff.
behind
You know what I
the
mean?
Behind the scenes of being a streamer.
Let's see. It's this. Yeah, the mom's life goes
Yeah.
from 10 a.m. PST to 1 p.m. PST. So that's 10, 11, 12, 1. So that's,
Yeah.
for me, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it
Mhm.
looks like they'll still be going if we
We
wanted
can
to raid into
raid
Yeah,
the...
let's go do that.
Angie. Angie is like an Indigenous Alliance member as well. And she's in the Mom Life panel. So
Let's
we
do
can
it. Can you
Yeah.
drop the link in
Okay.
the
Yeah, of course, of course. I'll just put her name in here in the chat.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This is where we're gonna go. That's how you spell it. we'll go and give them a raid, guys.
Heck yeah.
Is anybody else doing any more panels today?
I'm
We can,
doing
like, talk about
one
that
in an
quickly?
hour.
Cool. Okay. Okay. So make sure you guys tune in for that to Aaron, and then I will be ending stream here, but I will be live again in like 3 hours for my next panel about activism. If you guys are interested in that.
Let's go.
So
I'll
yes,
be face
everything
painting. But do
activism.
you have VODs for your? Do you
Yeah,
record
yeah,
VODs
I'll
for
be
your stream?
posting them.
Okay,
I'll be
so
posting them. Yeah, yeah.
Same.
No worries.
okay.
Definitely check it
Oh.
out if you guys can.
Oh, electric 2_boogie. If y'all want to find me later, that's me. That's how I am on all the socials.
Mhm. Yeah, me too. Me too. Do we need a raid message? Was there one?
I don't think they had a special one for us for today.
No.
We can make one.
We could
We
make
can come
one.
up with
Yeah.
one real fast.
Let's quickly do that. TWG
Oh, women in
Takeover.
power raid train. Just women in power raid. How about just women in power raid?
Yeah, that
Yes,
works for me.
yes.
And then some raid emotes. I'm
Yeah,
gonna put it in the thing right now. Hold on. Let's do this. Raid.
Yeah.
Use like the Twitch heart emote so everybody can
Yes.
use it.
Yes.
Okay, wait, hold on. Raid and heart. No. Is it hug? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's do
Heck
that.
yeah, perfect.
Okay, I'm copying.
Everybody
that.
copy that message.
Okay,
Everybody
so
copy it. We're going
raid.
raid.
We gonna raid out.
Thank y'all for hanging out. I can't wait to see y'all
so
again. Good luck with your
much. Oh my
panels
God.
later.
Thank you. All right, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.